Doesn't. Mission.
I don't want to watch you cut your toenails.
Yes.
Nothing is more important than the simple act of people getting together.
Who the hell are you, anyway?
You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
KDK's Lunatic Fringe.
All systems go! Prepare for countdown! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off to adventure in the amazing year 400 billion!
I can't breathe. Stop.
How many people are listening now? It's 10 for every number in the listener box.
Okay, we got about 80 listeners.
Okay.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the fun that never ends. It's Saturday night, which means, of course, it's time for KDK's Lunatic Fringe. It's 10:06 in the PM, Saturday, July 9th, 2005. And we got a live show. Ooh, that was way too loud. We got a live show coming up for you tonight. I have some special guests lined up. I haven't spoken to them yet, but I'm going to sandbag them. And I'm going to surprise them on the air. I have the phone number for the producer of an upcoming low-budget direct-to-video horror film entitled Belial. And I have his cell phone number. We'll be sandbagging him at some point tonight, trying to get him to talk about his movie. And I think it will work out better this way because of the nature of the show. I think it makes more sense if I just call people and sandbag them and catch them off guard and get them unprepared, because that's what the show is all about, being live and spontaneous and improvisational. And that's me opening up beer number 3 for the night already, because I've been waiting for the last hour to go on the air. I probably should have started around 9, but nobody was here. I've just been hanging out in the chat room, talking to people, waiting since 9, like, I ought to go on the air, so I started drinking a couple beers, and I already have a buzz on because I haven't eaten yet today. I got an empty stomach, and I'm already on beer number 3, so I'm already half in the bag because I'm such a fucking lightweight. Also, I was browsing the online site for my local newspaper today, and I saw a very interesting story about a woman who was busted for prostitution because they caught her in an abandoned house in a bad neighborhood in Danbury, Connecticut. And they found her with one guy from Danbury and a homeless guy. So this chick was fucking one guy, and a homeless guy was waiting in line to fuck her for drugs, because they didn't seize any cash. I read the story. They didn't seize any cash. All they seized were drugs and drug paraphernalia. So they give the hoe's name in the article, and I looked her up, and lo and behold, I found her phone number. So I'm going to call her up tonight and ask her if she's still doing that hoeing. Also, we have the phone number for Kenneth Keith Kallenbach. I don't know if we'll be able to get him, but we're going to try to sandbag him as well. And I'm in a good mood, as you could probably tell. We're going to have a good show tonight, and I hope everybody has fun. We had a great show last night with Zolar's first broadcast. It was a little rough at first, but once I called in and helped him get his audio sorted out, Zolar put on a great first show right here on PCU. And there's also another new show that I need to promote here. Carlito's Madhouse is going to be starting soon. Carlito's Madhouse, starting next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, will be the world premiere of Carlito's Madhouse, which means that KDK's Lunatic Fringe Reloaded is moving to the previous night, Wednesday. Okay, so I won't be competing with Blackout with a rerun anymore. So now Blackout has it even rougher. He's going to have to compete with new live content, so we know what's going to happen. Anyway, how far down does somebody have to sink before they finally give up? There's not me smoking weed in the background. It was just me finishing off my cigarette while I put it out in the ashtray here. I'll be hanging out in the chat room with my peeps. If you would like to hang out with us, you can go to pcuradio.com and click on the link for the chat room and use us the Java way. Or if you're an IRC user, you can go to pcuradio.dyndns.org, and the room is PCU, and you can meet us in there. If you have an idea for a prank call, somebody that you want me to call, you can double-click on me. I'm KDK in the room, of course. And send me your ideas for prank calls and your names and your numbers. But let me know if your number is confirmed, meaning that you called them already tonight, and you know that somebody's there to answer the phone. And that's not me being a prick. That's me trying to produce a good show for everybody who's listening. Because nobody wants to hear me calling people and getting answer machines and voicemail and nobody answering and stupid shit like that. Also, tonight, I have a lot of new content that I can play for you. Let me open up my new content folder. Oh, I can't believe every folder... Oh, it is open. Never mind. I have new prank calls from Carlito that I can play. New prank calls from Comedy Liker, who, between you and me, is one of the absolute worst prank callers on the Hosted Pranks page. But we're trying to be encouraging to him. And we have some new calls from Bob Widmer Calls 3000 that I haven't played yet. A brand new call, a Bill Murray soundboard prank call from Nunu that I finally picked up. And a bunch of brand new calls from Screaming Me, who was nice enough to actually send us a $10 donation in order to bribe us to get his way onto PCU. And he didn't have to bribe us to get on. All he had to do was be funny because, if he's not funny, we're not going to play his shit no matter how much he pays us. But it turns out the prank calls are actually pretty funny. So I'm going to put that money into the webcam fund. And if anybody out there wants to donate to the webcam fund, we're saving up to buy a webcam for the show so that I can leave the webcam on and people can watch the cats frolic through the house and watch me doing the show. And who knows who I'll be able to talk into getting naked on camera. I'll talk Keith one night into coming on camera and shaking his dick for you. I won't be doing that myself because who knows, someday I might want to run for public office. So I don't want that haunting me. Actually, it probably worked in my favor, because I would get the female vote. And the gay vote. That's, let's see, 60% are female and 10% are gay. That's 70% of the vote. I could steal the election with my nakedity on webcam. Anyway, we're going to have some fun tonight, but I'm going to go take a piss and get myself ready and set up the 800 number so that you guys can call in. And whilst I do that, I'm going to play one of these new prank calls. The first one I'm going to play is from Screaming Me, and it's simply entitled... Ooh, I'm not going to play that one, because that one's 14 minutes long. I'm going to have to find a shorter one. I'll play this one, entitled Bada Boom. And I'll be right back.
Thank you for calling Bada Boom Adult Video.
Hi, I was wondering if the guy that works there was there.
Pardon me?
There's a guy that works in your store, and I was wondering if he was available.
Hang on 1 second, please.
Hello?
Hi. My name is Chantel, and I was in your store like 2 weeks ago, and I noticed you noticing me.
I'm sort of getting jealous that I hear so many prank callers lately that do great female voices, and I'm completely incapable of doing a female voice. Not that I've tried very much. Maybe I should try. I should practice a female voice. Hello?
My name is Chantel. Actually, you don't really know me, but I want you to. No.
Ballard is asking how much we need for donations. I'm assuming that a halfway decent webcam will cost between like $40 and $50. Right now, the webcam fund stands at $10. The $10 that was donated by the guy who's doing this prank call that I'm interrupting so rudely right now. So if you want to donate to the webcam fund, the sooner people donate, the sooner they can see what I actually look like instead of just the pictures that are on the website. You can see me here while I'm doing the show. It won't be streaming live video, but I can probably get it to update every 5 seconds or so you can see me sitting here and talking to you folks, and the cat's running by in the background, and I can move the camera around to pick up the cat fights, and who knows, if the crazy two-legged, two-torso, two-head, four-armed girl walks by outside, I'll point the camera at her, and you'll get to see what she looks like, too. So go to kdkprankcalls.com and click on the PayPal link to donate, and donate to the webcam fund.
Me. Very well.
Do you know who you're talking to? Which one? what guy you were looking at?
Describe yourself and I'll know.
Huh?
Describe yourself and I'll know, but be sure not to miss on any details.
Was it a white guy?
Yes.
It was a white guy?
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking to the wrong guy. I'm a black guy.
Sorry. Can you tell him, though, that I called and now I'm very disappointed?
Which one was it? Was it a Mexican guy?
No.
No? And it was a white guy.
He helped me pick out...
What, are you a black girl, white girl?
I'm white.
Huh?
I'm white, and I'm like 5'6", brown, long hair, parted in the middle, tattoos on my lower back, breast implants.
Why don't you come in? It might be, I don't know. Why don't you come in and we can...
Why? Because you sound pretty sexy, too.
Why don't you come in and we can,
Why do I have to come in? Why can't we just talk right now?
Hold on. Where do you live?
Well, I live right up the trail. I live right up the trail, actually. I live pretty close to where you are. In an apartment complex. Well, you're on the trail, right?
Tamiami Trail, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I live, like, just down the road. And I'm not wearing anything right now. Well, actually, I am, but it's all edible.
Oh, man.
Don't you want to talk dirty to me?
I'm not really. This is not a good time to be doing that.
But you work at Bada Boom Adult Video, and I just want to see it. I'm not pranking at all. I'm serious.
Huh?
If I wasn't serious, would I have told you that my whole body was covered in edible clothing that I'm slowly taking off? All I need is just...
Oh my God.
That girl's telling you to hang up, isn't she?
What'd you say?
That girl wants you to hang up. I'm sorry. I'm just really sad that guy's not there, because I plan my night around it.
Does he have sideburns?
Oh, yeah.
And, is he short? I think he has a girlfriend. I think,
Well, that's never been a problem for me.
Hmm?
I invite all parties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can come up here and see him one day.
Or maybe I could see you.
That's not a good idea. I don't know. Wait, hold on.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi?
Yeah, so do you want to come see the guy that you were talking to or whatever?
Or I could come...
Do you want me to have him, do you want me to give him your number or...
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, you're on the caller ID. What is your number?
Yeah.
Huh?
Sure.
Okay, I'll give him your number.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, you were very helpful.
Thank you.
More than you know.
Huh?
More than you know.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
And we're back. And there seems to be some confusion about the crab girl. And remember what I said. She has 2 legs. 2 torsos. That means from the waist up she has 2 rib cages, 2 heads, and 4 arms. So that means... well, I wouldn't know for sure, but I'm guessing that would mean that she has 1 vagina and 1 butthole. It's really gross that I'm talking about this and picturing it in my head. Thank you, people, for making me picture the crab girl naked in my head. Thank you for putting that mental image in my head. This show is so wrong and completely evil.
For many days I didn't bring him here because I suffer when he bites me. Right in my vagina. When I'm walking and he sees other dogs, he right away, he jumps on my vagina because he gets so crazy. He doesn't know who I am. He forgets everything. And he bites the Labrador and his penis. I don't want him to bite my Labrador and his penis. My Labrador is a baby. It's beautiful.
How much would everybody pay out there to see the crab girl walking through the courtyard or bicycling by or rollerblading by? Oh, and there goes the phone. Hang on a second, let me see who this is. Kitty Kids Lunatic Fringe, you're on the air.
What's up, dog?
Hey.
Hey.
Izzy, how you doing, man?
Not bad, man. What's up?
I'm fabulous. I'm in a great mood tonight, and I don't know why.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I'm in very high spirits. Not just because of the beer.
No.
I've been in a good mood all day, and I don't know why. Oh, Screaming Me is here. Welcome, Screaming Me. Thank you for the great prank calls that you sent. I feel almost guilty taking your $10 donation, but we're going to use it to buy a webcam.
Was that call by Screaming Me?
That last prank call was by Screaming Me, who just
That was
entered the
an
chat
awesome
room.
prank call. How did he do that voice?
I have no idea. I wish I could do a female voice that good. I'm going to have to practice, but...
Hey, baby, how are ya?
See, that doesn't sound female. It's not high enough. It sounds like a guy trying to be a girl.
Exactly. I can't do it.
Like, even when Solar called in, I could tell it was a guy trying to be a girl, but his really sounds like a chick.
Yeah. No, it sounds like a chick on steroids.
A chick on steroids. Okay. Maybe a crab girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, everybody wants to see pictures of the crab girl because I've talked about her on the air and shit, but I don't have the balls to, like, walk out there with a camera and stand in front of her and take her picture. Because her family sort of shields her from the other people here. They don't let her out of the house much. They probably keep her locked in a closet like the old Hammer films or something. Like, what was that Hammer film about the creatures? That was the H.P. Lovecraft movie where they had this creature locked in a closet and it broke out and killed everybody.
I don't watch a lot of horror films. So.
That's because you're gay.
I'm not gay.
Sure you are. You don't watch horror movies. You're gay.
Well, I do now,
horror movies are very masculine.
I haven't seen a lot of movies that you've seen because, of course, you're older than me.
Yes, I'm so old.
And I didn't watch horror movies when...
In my day, horror movies were in black and white and the blood was all black.
I saw War of the...
Now that's killing me. I'm trying to remember the name of that movie. I remember Dean Stockwell was in it. I'm going to make that a contest. Somebody could, because I tried to do a contest on Thursday and nobody ever won. I asked everybody listening if they could name the two people that were in the chat room at the time that I have seen naked, and nobody ever got the right answer. People were guessing Neo. Now, who out there really seriously believes that Neo would be sending me naked pictures of herself? It's just completely beyond me. Yeah. But nobody ever got it right, so maybe I can give it away tonight. I'm giving away a bootleg copy. That's right, a bootleg copy, so it's not going to play in your DVD recorder or DVD player if it's like 5 years old. It's got to be a new DVD player that can play DVD minus ours. And I'm going to send you a copy of the horror movie Shallow Ground. Great new horror movie that I highly recommend, and that's why I'm giving it away, because everybody ought to go out and rent it and see it. It's available at your local Blockbuster called Shallow Ground. It doesn't sound like it would be a good horror movie because it's sort of a boring name for a horror movie, but it's really good. So the contest question is, what was the contest question again?
Is it called The Creature in the Closet?
No. It's an old Hammer film based on or maybe it's an American International Pictures film, based on an old H.P. Lovecraft story starring Dean Stockwell. And I can't remember what it's called, but if somebody gets the right answer, I'm gonna remember, and I'll know you got it right. So go to the chat room and scream out your answer in the main chat, not in private chat or IM. Just scream it.
What year was it made in?
Huh?
What year was it made in?
Oh, probably late 60s, early 70s. I don't know if IMDb would even be able to help you with that one.
The Werewolf of Washington?
It's not a werewolf movie. It's about some kind of creature that they never show that's locked in a closet and it breaks out and ends up killing everybody.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I'm just on... Well, I
just remembered what it was called. Okay, now I remember the answer. I think Oliver Reed was also in the movie.
Well... You know what?
What?
If I get it, I'm not even going to say it because I'm on the phone and that's so fair.
Yeah, you're already burning up my phone minutes.
Oh, really?
Well, of course, you're calling in on the toll-free line, aren't you?
True.
So that means I'm paying for you to call in.
True. Are you doing live calls with callers anymore?
Sure, why, you have somebody in mind that you want to call?
Well, I gave you some numbers.
Let's see what we got here from Izzy. We got a really weird and mean Packy who runs a convenience store. He's fun to play with because he's so gullible. A funny Italian gas station owner who yells a lot.
Well, that guy's on it, and I called them up, and it's like a stoner.
Okay. A convenience store that closes at 11.
The convenience store closes at 11, so it would be good now.
So you want to call the Italian guy who yells a lot?
No, the Packy.
You want to call the Packy is the one that closes at 11?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you going to say to the Packy guy?
Well, we've done a couple calls with him. I'm going to make
Oh, shit. You know what? Nobody ever sent me a phone card in yet. I need a phone card first.
I got a phone card for you.
Well, I don't want to do it now. Prankmaster, send me one of your myriad of phone cards. I don't want to give it out in the air because then I got to mute you and write it down and all that.
I can send it through,
Prankmaster got the right answer.
Oh, really?
How the hell did you get that, Prankmaster? He sent it the wrong way, but actually he sent it both ways. The movie is entitled The Dunwich Horror. So everybody go and download.
It's on IMDb.
Yeah, you can go to IMDb and you can read about it. It's a very
it's not on there.
The Dunwich Horror. You're spelling it wrong. Dunwich, not Witch. The Dunwich Horror. It's based on an old H.P. Lovecraft story. And I'm proud to say that I've read everything that H.P. Lovecraft ever wrote. I'm a huge fan of Lovecraft.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You know Lovecraft, you just don't know it. Some of Lovecraft's movies are The Resurrected, Reanimator from Beyond, The Unnameable. He's got, tons of movies that people have seen, and still people don't know who he is. He's sort of like a more hardcore Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay.
From the 1920s.
Okay. Did you get a phone card yet?
Thank you, bitch. Ellie says, Dave, it's Ellie. Who is this doing the prank about the adult video store? That was Screaming Me, Ellie. So if you're in the chat room, tell him how much that you enjoyed that prank call. And Screaming Me says, thanks for playing my shit. I appreciate it, although I heard it halfway through. So he only tuned in halfway through his own prank call. And I'm still waiting for Prankmaster to send me a phone call.
I can send you one for PM.
You sent me one in PM.
I'll send you one.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to play the Jeopardy music for you.
Okay. Go ahead.
Let me see if I can find my theme songs quick enough. Oh, shit, I can't. You're already going to have sent it by the time I find my theme music.
There you go.
Wait.
Should work.
There you go. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
How long was that good for?
I downloaded it up last summer for my vacation. I've been using it forever.
Okay, well, I'm going to click over and dial and I'll be right back. Hello? Guess what?
What?
You idiot. You forgot to give me the last digit.
I did?
Yeah, you have 1-800-555-111.
Okay.
Is it 4 ones?
Here, 1 second. Sorry, man. There you go.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood. Okay. That's
yeah,
what I guessed. I'll be right back. There you go. See, I dialed it twice. You gave me the wrong fucking number. You're out to just sabotage the show, aren't you?
Pardon?
You're here from Blackout just to sabotage the show, aren't you?
I'm Izzy. Izzy would never do that. Izzy is a proud follower of KDK.
Okay, you're a lunatic.
Pardon?
You're a lunatic.
I'm a lunatic.
That's what we call people who love KDK, and KDK's lunatic fans. You're all lunatics.
Yep.
Let's try the funny Italian gas station owner. How do you know he's the owner?
Oh, I've been in there before.
Oh, really?
He's the manager owner.
Okay, well,
But, do you want me to do it? Because I have conference calls.
What do you mean, you want to dial?
Sure.
Okay. Wait, you said you have conference calls?
Yep.
Well, dial, but don't get anybody else in here because then it becomes a fucking mess.
Pardon?
Go ahead and call, but don't get anybody else in on the conference because then it becomes a fucking mess with everybody talking over each other, and it sounds like people having a conversation.
Oh, no, definitely not. I can only have 3 callers.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So it's just going to be 2, though.
Yeah.
Well, 3 if you count him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
Hello, Milkanting.
Hi, I have a little problem, sir. I came into your store a couple hours ago and I bought some Rice Krispies. You sell Rice Krispies. I know it.
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, I bought them from you, man. I'm pretty sure I have the box right here. You know what it says?
Yeah.
Expired June 31st, 2002.
Okay.
What are you going to do about that, man?
I can't do anything about that.
You can give me my money back, that's for sure, man.
Bring it in.
Bring it in.
Yep. I'll give you money back, okay?
Do me through PayPal, man. You have PayPal, you have the internet there. I know it, man.
Bring it in. Bring it in, I'll give you the money back.
I live in
I have no time, my friend. Have a good night, okay?
Man, I live 45 minutes away. I'm not driving all the way down there to bring you back to it. He didn't even yell.
Pardon?
He didn't even yell. He said he was angry.
No, this is the convenience store.
Oh, that was supposed to be the packy guy who sounds nothing like a packy.
He is.
Okay. Well, how come you gave me that number and I dialed it twice and it didn't work? You dialed 955, or did you give me the wrong number?
I gave you the right number.
I don't know why it didn't work then. I dialed it twice.
That's odd.
You're odd.
I'm odd.
Yes.
My calling card is odd.
So how old are you again?
14.
Oh, really? So have you ever had a girlfriend before?
I have one right now.
Have you ever had a girl touch your pee-pee?
No, but why would you ask questions like that, KVK?
Why not? The people want to know.
No, I haven't. Fortunately, I am still a virgin.
Well, don't say fortunately.
I said unfortunately.
Okay. Well, 14 is still a little young. I think you ought to wait till like 17.
17? Okay. I'll take your advice.
17 for sex, but before then she can still give you a hand job and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, you make out and stuff. You felt her up before, right? You feel her boobs, like underneath her bra and shit?
Randy knows the whole story, but we've been going out for a week and we still haven't seen each other. We've been
Is this like an online thing?
No. We know each other. But we've been planning this whole week to get together. And Wednesday, I had to do something. Because we planned it for Wednesday, and I had to do something. Then on Thursday, she had to do something. And we're like, oh, Friday. No, I can't do anything on Friday. So Saturday, today, I was supposed to go over to my girlfriend's house. We're supposed to have a little fun. And you know what she says? I'm leaving for my aunt's in a couple minutes. I'm like, and I'm leaving on Monday for Calgary.
Are you getting the feeling that she doesn't want to see you, or?
No, because she was the one who was whining when I was saying I couldn't come.
I'm going to assume that she's also 14.
Yeah.
Is she cute? By 14-year-old standards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What do you look like? Are there any pictures of you online anywhere?
I'll send you one.
Well, send it to my email and I'll post it on the listeners page.
Okay. That's good. And I sent you a call, too, to play.
You sent me a call?
Yep.
To my email?
Yep. A couple minutes ago.
People have been telling me that my email is full and things are getting rejected lately.
Sometimes that happens to me, too.
Yeah, that's because people always send me shit and I leave it there until I have a chance to go back and look, and I thought I had unlimited space for my webmail, but apparently not, because it's up to like 100 megabytes and it's denying shit. So I don't know if I'll...
Hotmail upgraded mine to 250 megabytes.
What's that?
Hotmail upgraded mine.
I have a Gmail too. If you ever want to send me shit that gets denied by the regular, KDK at KDKprankcalls.com, you can send it to KDKpranks at Gmail. Even though, but then you're gonna have to send me an email to tell me you sent it because I never checked Gmail.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna let you go because I got this again.
Okay.
That's the problem with beer on the air.
Yeah.
Okay, great talking to you, man.
Yep. Oh, do we still have our show coming up in August?
You were supposed to be on Wednesday, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'll move Reloaded to Tuesday when you're ready to go on.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, man.
So, have fun in Calgary.
Yeah, I'm going to Calgary, I'm going to Vancouver, we're staying on a private island. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't be here for 2 weeks.
You know what vacations are good for?
What?
They're good for meeting girls because you know you're never going to see them again.
Yeah, I would, but maybe I'll meet somebody. But I'm only staying in select places for like a night. I'm traveling around everywhere, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's even
I'm
better.
staying on a private island. There's no girls on a private island because you're the only ones on the island.
A private? What, are you loaded?
What?
Would your parents rent out the whole island?
Well, technically it's not private, but it's very secluded. It's like population of 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are your parents loaded or something?
No, we just happened to find a cheap cottage.
Yeah.
I happen to do it, because they can't really use the internet very well.
Okay, well, I was going to yell at you for begging for donations for a new headset if you were loaded.
No, I'm not loaded, trust me. But I happen to have a headset, my old headset, that didn't work. That works now.
Oh, so you don't need to beg for money anymore.
No, I was going to fix that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, peace out. Great talking to you. I'll talk to you next week. Have fun in Calgary and wherever you
next
go.
week I won't be here, so 3 weeks. I'm going to miss you all, you guys.
Okay.
All right. I'm serious. I'm going to be crazy.
You got me crazy.
Okay. We'll see you later, man.
Well, go be crazy.
Yeah.
Bye. I'm going to go piss. Bye.
Okay.
Now I can turn my mic volume back up. Oh, that's too loud. I can hear that already. Well, like I said, if anybody wants to call into the program, the toll-free line is open. But please give me a couple minutes to at least go take a piss, because I really do got to go pee. Because, like I said, I've been slamming beers here all night. As a matter of fact, I'm going to open up another and take a sip before I go and piss. Whilst I give you the phone number, if you want to call in, it's toll-free, 1-866-520-4866. The same phone number that Zolar used last night, because I was kind and generous enough to donate and pay for Zolar to be able to take toll-free calls last night. Zolar better figure out how to learn how to turn off his fucking voicemail, so I'm not paying for every time people call and get his voicemail. 7 cents a shot adds up when you've got 20 people doing it 10 times a minute. Oh, man. Especially when I'm as broke as I am right now. Needless to say, everybody go donate. Don't call for a couple minutes. I'm going to go take a piss. In the meantime, I'm going to play a song from, what do I want to hear right now? I'm going to turn the speakers on while I'm peeing. What will help me piss right now? Piss-inducing music. Do I have any piss-inducing music? And I'm back. Remind me. See, I told you I was going to turn my speakers on. Remind me next time to play a longer song when I need to go take a piss, because sometimes it takes longer than 2 minutes and 14 seconds for me to get to the bathroom and take a piss. And get back on time. So we heard about 15 seconds of dead air there. And the cats are all restless because they're hungry and haven't been fed yet. But they're going to wait until Keith wakes up. In the meantime, I'm going to call up Leslie. Hello? Huh. What the hell was that? I think there's a fight going on in the neighbor's condo next door. Well, it's none of my business, I guess. I'm going to call up the hoe-in Leslie, who got busted fucking 2 homeless guys in an abandoned house in Danbury. I'm going to ask her if she's still doing that hoeing.
Hello, this is Ed, and I was calling for Leslie, and I just wanted to know if you're still doing that hoeing, because I read what happened in the paper, and, well, I figure, even though I'm 87 years old, it's probably better than sleeping with a homeless guy for crack. So I can pay a good $20 for a Hummer or something like that. What I really want is to teabag. That's my fetish. I like to teabag. I'll give you $20 for a teabag. So give me a call back at 866-520-4866. Thank you.
Hello?
What's up, kitty cat?
Hey. Hey, how you doing, man?
Been doing good, man. I'm ready to do a prank call tonight.
You want to do a prank call?
Yeah, I got a number. I sent you a number. Mr. Peeper gave it to me. Fleeter Jackson.
Oh, Fleeter, yeah, we can call the real Fleeter Jackson straight out of Compton.
Uh-huh.
She's a little old black lady living in Compton.
Yeah.
You want to call Fleeter? What are you going to say to Fleeter?
Well,
do you know anything about the history of Fleeter?
No, I don't.
Well, we usually the first time we called her saying that we were from a bar, and she owes us money because some people were in there, and they said put it on Fleeter's tab. And she started blaming all her neighbors, the Section 8 people and stuff like that. So,
yeah, I was going to call her and say that I'm missing my chickens.
Your what?
My chickens.
You doing what to your chickens?
And she's seen them. Asked if she's seen them.
She's seen your chickens?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a whole lot of people raising chickens in Compton.
Yeah, people having this test, dude.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, ask her if she's seen your cock then. Okay, so you like to fight your cock.
That'd be a quick hang up.
Oh, she's dense. Well, you do what you can do. We'll call up Fleeter.
Hello?
Hello, is Fleeter there?
Is she speaking?
Yes, ma'am. Have you seen my black Labrador? He came down the road a little while ago.
Yeah, I saw him.
You have?
Uh-huh.
You have?
He went north.
He did?
Yeah.
North in, which latitude and longitude?
I didn't hear you.
What latitude and longitude, ma'am?
I don't hear you. I'm going to hang up. I don't need to speak with you.
Ma'am, I just want to tell.
I think she was fucking with you.
Yeah.
She saw your dog and he went north. She was fucking with you. Fleeter's a player.
Thank you for using Sprint.
Well, fuck you.
That was funny.
Barely.
Yeah.
Do you feel like calling somebody else?
Yeah, I was,
Oh, Milkman also sent in a phone card. Thank you, Milkman. The failure says, hey, bro, the DirecTV salesman called me, Butch Drive Shaft. Bad day to sell DirecTV shit. Keep up the good work. And he sends me a new phone call with, from the Scambaiter, from thescambaiter.com. I'll play that later on in the program. But I have Mr. Peeper's numbers coming in. I haven't even read any off yet.
Let's read them.
Let's talk to, let's see, Hispanic or Arab woman. He couldn't tell the difference. We're going to call up, the phone number, well, the last name is Mopa Dish.
Mopa?
Mopa
That's
Dish.
the first name, right?
No, that's the whole last name, Mopa Dish.
Alright.
I'm not going to give you the first name because that's not who's going to answer the phone anyway.
Yeah. Hello, how you doing today? I have a quick question. Huh? Have you, seen any bears wandering around your residence?
Excuse me?
Have you seen any bears wandering around your residence? Hello?
Bitch, you gotta speak up when you're prank calling people. These people can't even hear you because you're fucking whispering over there. Why are you whispering? Are people asleep over there?
No, I ain't whispering.
Well, it's probably your normal way of talking, but your normal way of talking is too soft because none of these people can barely hear you. But I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna call this horror movie producer guy.
Alright.
Okay, peace out, bro.
See you, man.
Bye. Oh, come on, pick up.
Hello.
Hello, I'm looking for Christian Grillo, please.
This is him.
Christian, this is KDK. I contacted you, and I was asking if you wanted to come on the air with us, which we're on air right now.
Oh, great.
And I wanted to talk to you a little about Belial, and I want to apologize for sort of sandbagging you the way I did, because I didn't get back to you at the time that I would call. But that's the nature of the program. It's spontaneous, improvisational telephone comedy. So we like to sandbag people and catch them off guard.
Cool.
So I want to talk a little about Belial, if you would. Can you elaborate on the plot or any other details about who's in it and?
Our main star, I guess, would be Rodney Gray. He plays the killer in it.
Okay, so it's like a slasher movie.
Somewhat. It's more of a spiritual kind of thriller.
Oh, so it's somebody possessed slashing people.
Yeah, but I really don't want to give that away too much. I don't want to ruin the surprise at the end. But there's a big spiritual twist in it. It's more of a paranormal kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely going to be rated R, or is it going to go out unrated?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be rated R.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of edgy language in it.
You got some gore and some nudity in there?
No, there's definitely gore in it. There's pictures on the website at PotentPictures.com where you can actually see some of the gore that's in the movie.
What was the site?
PotentPictures.com.
P-O-T-E-N-T?
Pictures, yeah.
Oh, okay, so everybody can go check that out.
Yeah,
Gore shots at PotentPictures.com.
Yeah, you have some nice gore shots on. There's little posters that people can, put on their computer that they can click on there. And there's a little trailer on there, and we're gonna have a preview on there soon.
So the movie's wrapped. You're done filming. You're in post, right?
We're in post, but we still have a few scenes to shoot. We're planning on shooting this weekend, but my wife's due this week, so.
You missed some coverage, huh?
Yeah, we're desperately trying to wrap this. I keep getting calls from some of the actors who have finished their scenes. When's the wrap party? When's the wrap party? And we're like, we haven't wrapped yet. So
I want to apologize again because I purposely didn't do any research about the movie because I sort of like to keep everything like spontaneous.
Okay.
Because that's just the nature of the show. That's why the people listen. They like reality. It's like reality radio.
Cool.
If you will. So who is the director of the film?
That's Frank Kane.
And what other movies has he done that people who are fans of B-horror movies might remember?
He's done a lot of short films. This is his first feature, so he's really getting his feet wet with it. And this is the first movie that I'm ever producing. Me and my wife are producing it. I had written a couple screenplays, and I specifically wrote one to work with Frank. And
so you wrote the film as well?
I wrote the film, I'm producing it, and I'm doing the film score.
Oh, wow, the score too. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow, you're like a Renaissance man.
I try. I try to stay pretty involved in my project.
But this is your first feature film.
This is my first feature film. And so far everything's going good. I mean, some of the actors that we got in the movie are, they've been in a lot of stuff. Rodney Gray is actually in a movie called Willy Will. That was recently released through Umbilical Pictures of Philadelphia. And a lot of the actors we got off of film.org, we posted on there, and we went to Craigslist.com and posted. And a lot of the actors in it have been in other movies. Jerry, the kid that's in the movie, he was actually in an M. Night Shyamalan movie as an extra, and he's actually on it. He just had a third recall to try out for the new M. Night Shyamalan movie, so he's really good.
Cool.
Yeah, and a lot of the actors have done a lot of stuff that are keeping pretty busy. Another guy that's in it, John Hunt, who plays one of the detectives. He's a director, producer too, and he's actually casting his own movie next weekend.
Can I ask how the film was shot?
Digital, full digital.
Digital, yeah, that's the way to go nowadays. That's the cheapest and easiest to edit way to go nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah. Frank's editing it with Final Cut. And then he just exports everything to AVI for me, and then I take it to my studio, and I record the score. I actually worked on the score today for the opening scene. Took about 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm looking to put a lot of time into this. We actually already had somebody interested who wants a screener of it for, possible purchase for the rights for North American and European distribution. So
really?
It's
before you've even done the festival circuit.
Yeah. I haven't even touched the festival. I mean, I haven't even contacted or even decided a plan yet. Because I'm still, got my, mind focused on finishing the film.
Can I already got people knocking on the door.
This was, what are they called? Silver Nitrate Entertainment from Los Angeles.
Oh, Silver Nitrate. They're pretty big.
Yeah.
That's
so I was, yeah, I saw them on IMDb Pro, and I was like, wow, this is that's the real deal. This is cool.
They put out a lot of movies that I've seen, like, from my local Blockbuster, so they get damn good distribution.
Yeah, they showed me. I actually started questioning. I'm like, what have you done? And then they led me to IMDb, and then they also said, who they distribute to and what companies they distribute for, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And I said, well, where did you hear about me? I said, I haven't really talked to anybody yet. I mean, we did a thing in the Northeast Times that was, like on the entertainment section, but nothing big. I just wanted to get local publicity for it. And he's like, oh, I've seen it all over the horror websites. And I'm like, really? I said, I haven't even talked to anybody yet.
Yeah, I heard about you guys from Fangoria.
You heard about us from Fangoria, okay. Yeah. Maybe that's where he heard about it.
Probably.
Rodney Gray is, who's one of the actors, and he's pretty friendly with somebody from Fangoria.
Well,
so my actors have been doing some promotion, I guess.
Yeah. Last week we talked to Ari Bevell from the upcoming Empty Acre film from Center Reality Films.
Okay.
So even though it's like a prank call show, but I'm a huge horror fan, so I like to work horror into the mix, and the listeners seem to love it anyway.
Great.
And plus we get tons of traffic to the website, so it's a great way to promote something that I have a passion for.
Cool. Well, I often believe that, comedy and horror have to go hand in hand for it to be believable. I mean, you have to have a comical sense along with horror. That's why they make so many comical horror movies.
So Belial is a comedy horror?
No, it's not a comedy horror, but there are comical moments in it to make you feel more, passionate towards the characters in it, more believable, make them more likable.
Right.
The two cops are actually, I like to think of them as one split personality. Mm-hmm. They're very opposite of each other, and they play off of each other. There's the one cop's more of the dry personality, where the other one's constant joking.
Yeah, and good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, but they're both kind of the good cops, but they kind of play off of each other. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun writing the dialogue for them because it's a bit edgy. It gets a little foul at times, but it's funny. It's meant to be funny.
Can I ask how long you were shooting for?
We shot for one straight week in June. We started, I believe, June 12th for that whole week. We shot for 7 days straight, anywhere between 12 to 16 hours a day.
It's amazing that nowadays people can shoot a film in a week on digital video for little or no money and actually get wide distribution nowadays if it's good enough.
Yeah, well, that's what we're shooting for. But once again, we are still doing small scenes here and there just to wrap it up. We got about 2-3 scenes left to shoot, but they're smaller scenes. So we should wrap by the end of this month. And I'm just awaiting the arrival of a second child, so it's kind of, I'm balancing my schedule right now.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question? And feel free to say no if you don't want to answer. But can I ask what the budget of the film was?
The budget of our movie is $10,000, believe it or not. But
holy crap!
Yes, but here's the magic behind that. I met Frank Kane, who's directing the movie, at my recording studio. I own a local recording studio, and he was in a band that I've been recording for quite a few years now. And because I have the recording studio, that grants me the ability to come up with all the sound editing and to do the score, something that would cost, any other local, producer a lot of money. I mean, for the time I'm putting into my own score, would probably cost somebody the same amount as what I'm paying for the movie.
Right.
I mean, I'm not just doing that. I'm doing Foley work. We're going to do voiceover, everything. As an independent, you would pay a lot of money for that. I don't have to.
Of course, and also because it's shot digital, you can save a hell of a lot of money because one guy could sit at his PC and edit the whole damn thing.
Yes, he can, and here's where we save money on another aspect. Frank works for Penn in the AV department, and he has basically full access, which is where we borrowed a lot of the equipment from, not rented. Right. Now,
it's like nobody knew it was gone kind of thing.
No. He had total permission. They were very. He's been there for a while, so they were very willing to help him out. But here's a major point. If we paid for everything that we're actually doing, this would be probably like a $40,000 film.
Yeah.
But because we're being very frugal and we have a lot of places to reach out to for help that we can get it down to $10,000.
That's awesome. I gotta write a fucking script, man.
Yeah.
$10,000, that's all it takes, man. I could be a director. I could be a producer.
Well, I'll tell you, all the hard work's still there.
Well,
Which is very resourceful, that's what it is.
Definitely. So what do you do for your real job?
Well, I have two. I have the recording studio, which I do about 4 or 5 nights a week.
Have you recorded anybody famous that anybody might have heard of, or
there's a couple
local bands?
There is no such thing as a famous local band.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
I've recorded some bands that are on tour, some bands that are on small record labels. There's a lot of hardcore and punk bands that get around, but not too many bands that are real famous or popular. And the other thing I do is I work for the city during the day, which is how I kind of got access to the school that we shot, and I work for the school district during the day. And
your location for free too.
No, that was actually my most expensive location, and there was a joke that I had with the guy who granted us access there, like, hey, is there any employee discount? He said, no, I'm sorry, we don't do that. But They were really nice to us, though. The school was our most expensive location. Between insurance and what we paid for the building per day, I mean, cost us over $1,000 a day. So it was a large chunk of our insurance, or of our budget. And we shot in the school for 3 days.
Yeah, but if worst comes to worst, even if it never got released and failed, you only spent $10,000.
Well, I didn't spend it. That's the other beauty of it. I had.
But you got investors too?
Yes, I did.
Damn, you're a lucky man.
I know a lot of people, and a lot of people believe in the project. That's why you should check out the website.
Yeah, go ahead and give out the website again so everybody can go check it out. And people later on can check it out from the podcast. Yeah, and you can actually download the script from the website. The entire script?
Yeah, you can download the entire script from the website. It's copyrighted, so I ain't too worried about it.
Well, that's very cool of you to give away the whole movie.
Yeah, well, you know, if people are that interested, I'm a huge horror fan, like yourself. I know people who are horror fans would read the script and go watch the movie. I mean, I know I would do that with, some of my favorite movies. Maybe a Romero film, I'd read the script and then still go watch by and, do everything about the movie.
But a lot of times reading the script will make you want to go see it more.
Yes, it will.
You're sure it's not a pile of crap.
Yeah, this is true. And I had a lot of people who read the script and then put their stock in it, and that's what hooked everybody was the script. It sounds like a typical movie, but it's not. It's got a lot of character.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I can say for it. It's got a lot of character.
It's cool that you try to work some humor in there, because that's important to have the moments of levity to relieve the horror so that you can build it up again and smack people over the head with some gore again.
Right. Well, I think in a horror movie, if you don't laugh a little bit, then you're not shocked when something horrible happens.
Right. So, who did your special gore makeup effects in the movie?
We had two people. One was our assistant director, Jim Warriga. He did some of the more graphical gore shots, like some of the squibs and the exploding blood for gunshots. He dressed Rodney up a couple of days and put all the graphic gore makeup on his face. We'd had a second person, I can't remember her last name, Yvonne. She was brought in by one of my actresses, like at last minute. She did an incredible job. She dressed up two of our victims after they were killed.
The aftermath effects.
Yes, and she did a really good job on it. Well, that's basically down to those two.
If you know the right people, it's great because they want to go all out to prove themselves.
Yes, they do.
And it just ends up helping you all the more.
And there'll be a lot of people on the credits of this movie.
What would you say, out of every horror movie I've ever seen, what would you say is the one that holds a special place in your heart? What would be your favorite horror movie?
Favorite horror movie all time is Day of the Dead by George Romero.
Day of the Dead, wow. I'm right there with you. Have you seen the new Land of the Dead yet?
Yes, I did. And it doesn't hold a candle to his old stuff, but it's still a good movie.
It's a lot more of an action than a character-driven piece, but it's still a great movie.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. I mean, his older movies had a different style to them. He also used to edit his own movies. This is a lot more out of his hands. I mean, especially because of, I guess, the age that he's at. He's not as involved as he used to be.
Right.
But it was still a cool movie. I mean, I was excited. I waited a long time to see that, especially once again, Day of the Dead's my favorite horror movie of all time. So that's the following movie. So I would just like to see it.
Yeah, I had to drive an hour. Because I live in Connecticut. We live in a small area, so we don't have small movies like that don't play around here. So I had to drive an hour to be able to go see it, and it was worth every minute.
Cool. So I'm glad you liked it. Well, maybe you'll like my movie more when it comes out.
Well, you know what I want you to do? My email is kdk@kdkprankcalls.com.
Okay.
And when the movie's getting ready to come out, I want you to send me any kind of banners or any kind of promotional material. If you can send us a copy of the DVD that we can give away on the show, whatever you can do to help promote the movie, I'm here for you to help promote it, because we get 60,000 to 70,000 hits a day, and we may as well use it for something that I have a passion for.
Sure. Hey, if you could link on my website, that would be great. I would put on a mutual link for you.
Well, I'm not worried about that, because people who are into horror usually aren't into prank calls,
You never know.
But the audience that we've built up, I've been doing this for so long, the audience that we've built up, we have a lot of horror fans who listen for me to talk about the horror, and then a lot of people listen for me to do the prank calls and shit. So if you can, if there's a graphic for the movie, send me a copy of the movie poster.
Definitely.
Send me an image of the movie poster. I can put that on the front page. Whatever I can do to help you, I'm going to be there for you. It's kdk@kdkprankcalls.com.
Cool.
Or make a banner, and I'll put that right above the the main banner for my site. I have a space right up there right now. A couple weeks ago, I got some money to promote Land of the Dead. That was up there for a couple weeks.
Good, good. Yeah, I have 3
So
things.
I'll put it up there free of charge just to help you whenever you get your release. Just send me the shit and I'll put it up there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We can use all the help we can get.
Yeah, totally. And
Any
everybody,
questions?
let's give out the website one more.
All right. That's potentpictures.com.
POTENTPICTURES.com.
All one
check
word.
it out. Check out the gore, and you have the trailer up there?
Yeah, we have a brief trailer. It's nothing shot from the movie. It's just more of a mood setting of what the movie's going to be like.
Okay.
But you kind of get an idea of what the story's about from the trailer. We're going to have a real full-length trailer up there soon.
Okay, cool. I hope you have a good server, because last week when we gave out the address for the empty acre, the site ended up crashing because they couldn't handle the bandwidth of people going to try to watch the trailer.
Well, we're on GoDaddy. They should be able to handle it.
Okay, cool. Well, best of luck with your film, and I look forward to it, and keep in touch with me. Send me any kind of promotional stuff that you can that I can use to help promote you.
I will do that.
You're very awesome to come on and talk with me, especially when I sandbag you on short notice like this.
I love it. It's fun.
Okay. Well, you're not related to Steven Grillo from the Howard Stern Show, are you?
No, I'm not, but I know who you're talking about because I'm a huge Howard Stern fan.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Howard Stern religiously for like 15 years.
One of the regular Howard Stern Whack Pack members, you know Zolar?
Yeah, yeah.
Zolar does a show on our network.
Really?
Every Friday night at 10 p.m. we got Zolar on it's called PCU Prank Call Underground Network.
Oh, cool.
So Zolar comes on, he does prank calls, he has naked women on webcam and shit.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, he calls in the Stern a lot. He does a lot of prank calls too, Stern.
Yep.
Yeah, he's good.
So he's a natural for us. But anyway, thank you for being so cool. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and good luck with your film.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, peace out.
All right, take care.
Thank you. There you go, everybody. You know, I think I like it better that way. You know, when I set up the interview with Ari last week, I spoke to Ari through email. Shit. And I had said to him I didn't want to speak too much. KDK's Lunatic Fringe are on the air.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going? It's fabulous.
Who?
Huh? What?
This is Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil isn't even in the chat room.
Randy Dandy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, now,
What, are you sitting there dialing 20 times waiting for me to hang up with the horror movie guy so you can get in here and yell at me for not doing prank calls?
No. Actually, what? Wait, no, I didn't dial 20 times this time.
This time.
But, yeah, you might notice a bunch of calls.
I have my shit set up so that if you call and the phone line is busy, I don't have to pay for it. I wish Zolar could figure that out.
Really, I got a hold of his machine just because I tried to call him up.
Yeah.
And tell him that it was messed up and you were on, so.
Right.
And I actually thought he wasn't answering. I thought he was fixing something.
No. It was just me telling him that his audio was fucked because he was holding the boom mic up to the mouthpiece instead of the earpiece. So that's why nobody could hear any calls last night. That's why we love Zolar.
Yeah, he's new. I wasn't too mad last night.
Yeah.
He's new. It was just a test show.
He's new. You sound like Butthead there for a second or something.
He's a newbie.
Yeah.
Stop being such a noob. I'm gonna pune you.
Pune? You mean pune?
Oh god. You should hear some of these retards on like Counter-Strike and Xbox Live. My brother plays Xbox Live, and sometimes they get on the mic and start yelling at him.
Xbox has 2 fucking good games. It blows. Whether they have online or not, it's still the shittiest fucking console out there. Nintendo is even fucking better, and that's how pathetic they are.
It only has 2 good online games.
Halo 2, and Fable. That's about it. That's all they got going for them.
Yep. Well, Nintendo's better. Nintendo's my favorite.
Not really. I have a Nintendo. It's a pile of crap, too. They're another one. Instead of 3 good games, they have maybe 5 good games. They have Resident Evil 4, The Wind Waker, Mario Sunshine, and I can't even think of any others.
You can't forget about Super Smash Bros. That is like the best.
It's just like a generic fighting game. You can find something that copycats that on any platform.
Well, not really. It's a different kind of fighting game.
Yeah, it's a cartoony gay fighting game.
Yeah, but I like...
Instead of Tekken 5, you get a cartoon Donkey Kong beating up a Pikachu.
That's the fun part. You get to watch Pikachu get their
that is fun.
Pokemon.
I gotta admit, I have Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yeah, me and my friends used to have tournaments on that game.
Yeah, I gotta admit, that is a pretty fun game, even though it sounds really queer. It looks really queer and everything.
It was like that's really pretty much the only reason why I got my GameCube. That was the first game I got too.
Mine was a gift from my sister because she didn't realize, that Xbox is cooler than GameCube. And we contemplated, are we going to return this thing and get an Xbox instead? And I said, well, I don't really want to play any games for either system. The only game that I would really want to play is Final Fantasy Chronicles.
And then the PS2s were like going out crazy.
Well, I've had a PS2 since launch day, so...
Yeah, I broke my first one.
Owning for that system. PS2 is the shit.
I destroyed my first one.
Well, they don't last very long. They're made to break down within 2 or 3 years, I think.
And I bought a new one, and guess what? Redisc it already. So now I gotta mail them.
Did you use a Game Shark on it?
No.
Never?
Never.
I bought my original PS2 on launch day. I was one of those people who actually showed up at the store like 2 hours before they opened. Well, here's the story. I showed up at a Toys R Us. I did the pre-order through the Toys R Us. And it turns out that every other store in my area oversold, and they didn't have enough units for their commitments that they oversold to, except for the Toys R Us that I got mine from, because they stopped their pre-orders as soon as they knew they weren't going to have enough units to cover it. So I showed up, say the store opened up at 8 o'clock, I showed up at like 7 o'clock, and a security guard comes out to my car because he sees me waiting in the parking lot smoking a cigarette. And he taps on my window and he says, are you here for a PS2? And I said, yes. And he says, we're ready for you. And he escorts me into the building. He unlocks the door so that I could get in. And I went and I bought a couple games, and I bought the PS2, and they had a table set up with all the games with an armed guard standing right there. And they had all the PS2s locked in a different room where somebody had to go get it and bring it to me. And they actually had an armed escort walk me out to my car because they were afraid somebody might jump me and try to steal my PS2 because they were in such short, because they only had 500,000 and they had sold about like 3 million. So there was like, there was 2.5 million people who had paid for the unit for launch day, and they weren't going to be able to get it because of the shortage.
Why does Sony always seem to do that? Every time.
It's better to oversell than undersell, that's for goddamn sure.
And then the Xbox and the GameCube came out a year later.
The problem is that they probably didn't anticipate the demand in the Japanese market still being so high by the time it launched in the U.S. So they just couldn't get enough units. They couldn't make them fast enough for the way people wanted to buy them.
I feel like such a loser with my DS.
But after about a year and a half, I started getting the disc read error, and it wouldn't read any of the DVD-ROM discs, and it wouldn't read any movies, and it wouldn't read any music discs. And the only thing it wouldn't read the blue discs, and it wouldn't read music or movie discs. The only thing that it would read properly were the DVD-ROM discs. So, you know how it's got like the tag with the serial number on the back? I went to Kmart, and I bought a new one. And I peeled off the serial number, and I sprayed some spray adhesive on the back, and I put it on the broken unit, and I returned it, and I got my money back. And that unit is still working, but occasionally it does still give us problems where it'll say disk read error.
See the thing?
It hasn't done that in a long time, though.
Okay.
When I called Sony to complain that I had this problem after only like 16 months, they were blaming it on the fact that I used a Game Shark on the system.
Okay,
and then I called up Interact, the company that makes Game Shark, and they were blaming Sony. They were saying, well, Sony, there's a problem with the laser in that it has a hard time after a while telling what kind of disc you put into it.
Okay.
Which sounds like the more accurate reason.
Okay, I have two things. Yeah. Okay, first thing is, I've only had mine for half a year, and I barely played it. The only game I really even played on it was San Andreas.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable bullshit. I bought it in December.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to put up with it. I've never modded it at all. But I'm planning on modding my Xbox. I'm going to soft mod it. I don't feel like messing with soldering.
That's one good thing about the Xbox One, is you can soft mod it so that you can download games and you just play away.
Yeah. I'm going to buy an Action Replay.
I wonder if companies like Sony realize that it actually helps sales of their system if it's easily modifiable.
Really?
I mean, look. Realize that because I'm one of those people that would actually consider buying an Xbox because it's easily modifiable, and I may not ever pay for any games, but I bought the Xbox because it's easily modifiable.
That's actually one of the big reasons why I bought an Xbox is because it's modifiable, and I'm just a hacking type of kid. I like modding everything I have.
Plus, Microsoft still loses money on every Xbox sold.
They do? Oh, I know.
It costs a hell of a lot more to produce the Xbox than it does that they sell it for, because of the hard drive and shit.
They're still doing that.
The way they make their money back is through the license fees off the sales of the games.
And ripping people off on Xbox Live and banning them for no exact reason.
Well, I'm sure you were a prick.
No, I wasn't. No, I know a bunch of people got banned for no reason. But I've been to a prick to so many people I've never gotten banned. I've said every mean word in the book.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm an angry person. What can I say?
I'm an angry man. You want to call Kenneth Keith Kallenbach?
Yeah. Yeah, I have an idea for a call.
Well, give me an idea for Kenneth Keith Kallenbach, because that's who we're going to call.
I wanna... Wait, that's the bitch you said, the dog's going north.
No, that was the guy who used to go on Howard Stern and try to blow smoke out his eyes and make himself...
I'm gonna say I met him on Counter-Strike, and I puned him. And
yeah, but that doesn't work. He's an idiot. He doesn't play Counter-Strike. He's a stoner.
Let's see. I want to say he owes me money on coke or something. Oh,
Why don't you call him and try to sell him drugs?
Okay.
That's all.
I'll ask him.
Right?
It's kind of hard to do something like that. I'm not very good with stoners, except for like if it does with drugs.
What are you talking about? It's easy to deal with stoners because you're so fucking out of it. You can say just about anything, and if they question what you say, you change what you say, and they're too stupid to realize you changed what you said.
I know that, but I can't think of good ideas that would work out with them, except for like drugs.
So you're saying you're not a good prank caller?
Hey, I can pull stuff out of my ass. There's no problem, because I've done it many times before.
You know, for somebody who's going to have a prank call show on PSU, I never really heard you guys do anything really funny in terms of prank calls.
You should have accepted those calls. We sent you like real good calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like our best calls.
Go away, you fucking cat. I'm gonna have to go wake up Keithson so that he can feed the cats. And feed me.
Does the cat have Does the cat have the munchies?
No, it's dinner time, and they eat the same time every day, and they haven't eaten yet, so now they're getting restless and noisy.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to call up Kenneth Keith Kallenbach, and it's up to you. Don't blow it, or everyone's going to call you a fag.
I'm not gay.
Yes, you are. We all know.
Oh, yes, I'm gay.
You got a hard-on for Izzy.
I have a hard-on for Izzy. I have a hard-on for his girlfriend.
Oh, do you?
Not really. Fucker bastard.
Wasn't it busy last time I tried him, too? He's probably one of those fags that's like constantly on his cell phone.
Like me. Just kidding.
Talking worthless shit that doesn't even need to be said to people that aren't even worth talking to. And guess what? My phone is beeping, so I'm saved by the bell. You hear that?
No.
Hang on, be quiet. Shh, you'll hear it. Shh. There you go. You hear it?
No.
Shh. I'll turn it up then.
Hang on, I'll turn up my phone.
No. Shh. You hear it beeping?
No.
Well, I'm saved by the bell because the phone is about to die, so I can't talk to you any longer. I'm going to have to hang up and go grab the red phone.
Okay. Later, man.
Peace. Well, that sort of sucks. I went to go grab the red phone, which has been sitting on the cradle all day, and immediately it gives me the low battery warning and the LED goes out. So I go back to hang it up again, and the little light that goes on when you hang it up on its cradle doesn't go on, because the thing has been fucking unplugged all day. So everybody can thank Keith for the fact that we can't make any calls for the rest of the fucking night. Thank you. What? Then why doesn't the light go on when you hang it up on the cradle? Well, it wasn't me that unconnected it. It was the cats. And now people are calling and I can't talk to them because the phone is dead. Lovely. So I'm going to go and turn off the toll-free line because we can't take any more calls tonight, and I can't make any more calls tonight, so I may as well just end the whole show right now. Lovely. Well, I can at least play some new prank calls that nobody has heard yet. I can play some new shit from Carlito. Carlito is the one who keeps trying to call in incessantly, by the way. But I'm not picking up the phone because we're not going to be able to talk for more than 2 or 3 seconds before the whole thing dies. So here you go. Here's a call from Carlito. This one's called Cake Boy. I'll be right back.
Good evening, home of the Hot French Bread. This is Cole speaking. How may I help you?
Hi. How are you doing today?
Fine. How are you?
Good. My name is Raul, and I was wondering, do you do the thing with the specialized cakes where you use the frosting and you put a special message on it for us?
Writing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Can I order one done?
Yeah, I got to get my order sheet. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, okay. They do it. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, and your name?
Yes, my name's Raul.
How do you spell that?
R-A-U-L.
And the day you want to pick it up?
Tomorrow morning.
The baker is here from 9 to 5. She can do it anywhere like 9:30 and after.
The earliest possible, please.
Let's see how many cakes she has tomorrow.
It's a small
None.
cake.
She has none tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday?
I want a small cake.
A small one?
Yeah, the smallest you can.
8-inch single round?
Yeah, that would be great.
White or chocolate?
Definitely chocolate.
White buttercream or chocolate buttercream?
Was the cream inside the cake?
No, on top.
Is it sweet or salty or sweet? Sweet cake, cream, right? Not like buttercream.
Buttercream is like sugar.
Oh.
We have vanilla whipped or chocolate whipped too.
Oh, no. Let's go with the white cream.
The white buttercream?
Yes, all over it.
And pickup day is Thursday.
Yeah.
And the day tomorrow is the 31st.
That's right.
Time.
You're so cheery.
Do you want to pick it up about 9:30 or 10?
Sure, whatever, sweetie. Whenever you think it's ready. When it's available, I'll come in.
I'll just put 10.
Great.
A.M. Home phone?
I'm so excited. It's 407.
Yeah.
365.
Okay.
28.
Ours is 6969.
Yes, I noticed. That number over there. Twice in a row.
Huh?
Twice in a row, that number there.
Right?
That's crazy. I thought it was just us when I first heard it.
Huh?
I called 411. I was like, what's Albert's number? They're like, oh, it's 6969. I was like, oh, come on. And the guy was laughing. He's like, no, that's it. I was like, okay. I called it. There you are.
Do you want any fillings, like lemon, cherry, strawberry, raspberry? You don't have to, but I'm just asking.
Cherry. That brings sauce. Yeah, cherry, definitely.
Cherry filling?
Yeah.
Okay. What else do you want on it? Is this for a girl, boy, woman, or man?
Oh, it's a man.
What do you want it to say?
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Dick. That's his name. Richard. Well, let's put Richard. That's not, Okay.
Richard?
Yes. Rich.
R-I-C-H?
Just Rich.
Okay.
We love you very much, and you were the first person to bring us into our new lives, and we hope you very many more birthdays in the future.
Okay. I'm not sure if she can fit all of that on an 8-inch single. How many people are you looking for to eat this cake?
I don't know who show up or not. I've invited about 8 people.
Okay. You might want a bigger cake.
How much bigger, though? 8 inches is a pretty big cake.
No, that's the 8-inch That's the 8-inch single round. That's not really that big.
Oh, I see. 8 inches. Yeah, you're right. 8 inches isn't really that big.
And then we have the 8-inch 2-layer round, which if you want all that writing, it won't fit on there. I'm telling you that right now.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Oh, Lord. Okay, well, what about, I don't know, 9, 10 inches? What do you have?
We have quarter sheet. We have
Excuse me.
Quarter sheet.
One moment, please.
Okay.
Okay. Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
Could you repeat that?
We have a quarter sheet cake, feed 16 to 24.
Wow. That's a feeding? Okay.
Do you want the 16 to 24?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you put the date on that also?
The date?
Yeah.
Okay. Happy birthday, Rick. Okay. We love you.
You were the first?
You were the first
to show us our new life.
To show us our new life.
Now, I'm sure homosexual movement in Central Florida won't fit, so let's just put HMCF. And can these be in different colors like the rainbow? The rainbow theme is definitely something I like to go for. Do you have any rainbows on there? Any rainbow little...
She can make it.
Happy rainbows? Oh, that'd be great. One or two? Yes. Remember, it's...
HMC.
Yes.
HMC.
Homosexual Movement, HM of Central Florida. So HM, and then a small O and a big CF.
A big H, a big M, a little O, a big C,
and a big F.
A big F. Okay. Happy birthday, Rich. We love you. You were the first to show us our new life. HMOCF.
Yes, excellent.
In rainbow colors?
Yes. Tell us just to go crazy. Do you have the 2 wedding men? Can you put like 2 of those together on the top also? The 2 grooms? You don't have that probably. That's okay.
No, we don't. We only have a boy and a girl. Sorry.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Okay. Do you want me to tell her to do a rainbow too?
Yeah.
Draw a ring. I'm not sure on how much it's going to cost.
Okay, and put down there also, it's Roy G. Biv. That's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Indigo violet. That's the colors are in that order.
Red.
Orange.
Orange.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Green. Blue. Violet.
VIOLET.
Yeah, you never heard of that before? That's the colors in the rainbow are Roy G. Biv. And that's what you do. Blue, indigo, violet, and then that's the order too.
No, I never heard of that.
No, well, there you go.
So, okay. I'm going to repeat.
Okay.
Raul. Is that your name?
That's me.
Got it right. Okay. Chocolate. Cake. Quarter sheet. White.
Well, wait a minute. I don't think black chocolate. With rainbows now. Can we do that like the white?
Chocolate cake is inside.
Oh, okay. So you want to see it outside. Oh, okay.
White buttercream is on the outside. White is good.
That sounds awesome.
Cherry in the inside.
So it has cream all over.
Is this for your husband?
No, he's a friend. Sometimes I consider him from my father. He could even be my boyfriend. It's a lot of us love him.
So it's your friend?
Yeah, let's say friend. Good friend.
And it's for man?
Special friend, yeah.
Happy birthday, Rich. We love you. You were the first to show us our new life.
Life.
What does that mean?
What do you mean with that?
The first one to show us our new life.
He rescued a lot of us from having run away from home.
Oh, okay.
In Cleveland, and he showed us a new lifestyle.
Cleveland, Ohio?
Yes, Cleveland, Ohio.
I'm from Cincinnati.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm not from there actually. I was hitchhiking.
Oh, Lord.
And I ended up in Cleveland, and I couldn't anymore. And I went to a bar, and he was there, and he was so sweet. And he's the most handsome man. He has this big, dark figure, and he has a really thick, like almost like a.
Does he know you like him?
Oh, of course he does. We all like him, girl. It's just he's a nice man.
I don't know. I never I don't want to call it gay, man, but homosexual men are funny.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
I don't like...
Do you know?
No, not funny.
Listen,
They're cool.
Yeah. You know what gay means, though?
No.
It means happy.
Okay, it means like,
You're happy. And you don't, well, how do you have happiness? It's fun. Life is fun. It's happy. That's what we are.
I don't like...
You don't have to be afraid of us, darling.
Yeah, I don't like lesbians. I like gay guys. Gay guys are cool.
Yeah, all those lesbians. Oh, we call them fish.
Huh?
They're bitches. Oh, I hate
they are. I know.
I call them fish. I hate them.
No, but gay guys are the coolest because you can talk to them about you can talk to them about like gay shit and they'll explain to you and everything.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And you don't got to be afraid to ask them or anything.
You can do whatever you want.
Yep.
You don't have to be afraid of us, That's what I say.
Yep.
When everybody asks me that, I'm like, you don't have to be afraid of me or Rich or anybody else.
Mhm. Why don't you go out with him?
Well, it's us. It's a group of us that like him, and we live together in the same 3-bedroom apartment, and it's us.
Is that guy gay?
We all are.
Oh.
Obviously.
And who's going to be the lucky one to go out with him?
Well, we never know. You never know. We're all happy as a big family, though.
That's good.
Yes.
I can just sit here all day and chat with you.
I know. I know, but, Duty called, and he's going to be coming home soon, and you know what that means. So, we have it all ready?
You guys are funny. You guys are funny.
Well, thank you. You're excellent. I feel very good about you. This is excellent. You should come to our party tomorrow. You want to come?
I gotta work.
Well, maybe I'll tell you what.
See, I like gay guys. Gay guys are really cool. My boyfriend don't like it, but I don't like lesbians. I'm a girl, and I hate girls.
You can bring your boyfriend.
I don't get along with girls.
You can bring your boyfriend over, and we tell you what. We will change him. Is he a good-looking man?
Huh?
Is he a good-looking man? Your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you bring him over one day? We have parties every weekend.
Well, I work here, and I got another call, so...
Okay.
Alrighty, I got your orders out.
Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow at 10 a.m.?
I'm sorry?
Tomorrow at 10 a.m., right?
Yeah.
Okay, and your name was?
Nicole.
Nicole, thank you. You've been so great.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're back. Honey, can you do me a favor? You're on the toilet right now? Oh, that's lovely. Well, when you're done, can you look in the cabinet and see if we have a hardwired phone cord that'll help me reach the hardwired phone over to the computer? And that's probably the solution to our problem. I need to move the hardwired phone to my desk. Because the cordless phones always run out every fucking week. And this time the backup phone was unplugged all day because I had a ton of dirty laundry piled on top of the cord that plugs into the wall probably. So now we can't take any calls, we can't make any calls. It's a prank call show without any telephone. Lovely. Everybody just tune out right now. I need to go calm down. Well, since I can't make prank calls for the rest of the night, I'm just going to sit here and play music and pound beers and whine like a little bitch. Honey? There's no wire in there, is there? The one in the bedroom is like super long, but we don't need one that long in the bedroom. The one in the bedroom is like 20 feet long. Because it used to wrap around the bookcase and shit. Or maybe I still have the one for the fax machine still set up in there. If the bookcase isn't on top of it. There might be a 500-pound bookcase filled with VHS videotapes on top of it. In which case we're shit out of luck. But we're working on getting the phone working so that we can talk to you people, so we can talk to you fine folks again. And I'm not really angry. I'm just exaggerating for comedic effect. I'm not really angry. But I do wish you guys would stop calling when I've already said a bazillion times that we have no phone. So nobody's going to answer. And you're not going to be able to be on the air. So there's no point in calling. All you people who know my personal phone number, because I've turned off the 800 number for now, because obviously I can't talk to anybody. So anybody who insists on calling my personal phone number, and I'm not talking about Ted, because Ted probably just tuned in and didn't realize. And he's not even in the chat room, so he's probably trying to play incognito tonight anyway. He's listening to me right now. He's going to end up going into the chat room because I made him feel guilty. Did you find the code in the bedroom? How long is it? I used to have one that was like 20 feet long, but I don't remember if I still have it or not, because I used to have it connected to the fax machine. Let's see if it'll... Oh, it will reach. It'll reach if I put it on the floor. And, well, move it around the speakers over there. Okay. We need to get the Velcro. Well, there we go. Well, this week I'm gonna have to buy. This is the last straw. I give up on the cordless phones because those are expensive, high-quality cordless phones, and the battery still only lasts like what 30-40 minutes before they die. I tried the new batteries, and they don't even work. Period.
No, you know what?
Why?
You gotta buy a Radio Shack battery. I'm sure they probably made it that way.
No, they don't make it that way. It's a universal battery. Every cordless phone uses the same size battery. Yeah. Maybe the chargers are gone bad, or the battery that I bought was so old because nobody has fucking cordless phones anymore. Everybody has cell phones nowadays. Nobody uses cordless phones anymore. God knows how many people don't even have house phones anymore. They just use their cordless phones. Or their cellular phones, I mean. But I'm against cellular phones because I'm against being bothered at the whim of every idiot in my family. You know? I don't want to be bothered at work or on my day off with, like, stupid shit from my family. Maybe I'm just unfriendly.
Well, you really don't need a cell phone. Unless you're a doctor or maybe a lawyer, you really don't need a cell phone.
Yeah.
It's a fad. Everybody wants to be cool.
Yeah, it's a fad. Everybody wants to be cool. Everybody wants to have a cell phone. Everybody wants to have a customizable faceplate.
I'm going to spend $60 to get a really cool ringtone and look cool.
Yeah, download a cool ringtone and a cool screensaver to put in your cell phone.
And it's only $60 a month.
Yeah, exactly. But our fucking phone is already $50 a month. The house phone already costs us. We don't even make any long-distance calls, and they charge us like $50, $60 a month anyway. It might even be cheaper to just get fucking cell phones. Vonage's internet phone. But you have to be at the computer to use it. Yeah, you do. Oh, yeah? It's probably available through the cable company for like $5-10. But then we would end up having to use headsets to make calls tied to the computer, right?
No, it comes through your phone.
Comes through your house phone. So that doesn't help us because we're still stuck with those cordlesses that don't work. Sebastian's looking at you like you're clearly retarded. You're so cute. He's looking at you like you're obviously insane. He's not going to talk if you're holding him. Hey, big guy.
Maybe he'll cry because I'm holding him.
No, he won't. He won't talk if you're holding him. If you put him down and you won't hold him, then he'll cry. Sebastian? Sebastian? Oh, good boy. He's such a pretty boy. See, if everybody donated money for a webcam, I could have a webcam set up so you can watch our beautiful, wonderful kitties with the beautiful blue eyes. You want to watch my webcam? Because I'm at work all day anyway, I would just set the cam to like point out into the courtyard or something, so that if Crab Girl happens to be out there playing volleyball with her 4 arms and her 2 legs, people can get a huge laugh out of that. Or if she rides by on her bicycle or rollerblades, they can laugh at Joyce. Joyce will walk up right up to the fucking window and go, "How's my baby?" I can't even scream into the microphone like I want to. That's true. Joyce doesn't sing to our cats anymore ever since we made fun of her. Because you made fun of her. She doesn't come and say, "You are my sunshine and my kingdom. You are my lovely, and I love you." She doesn't come and sing to the cats anymore because you make fun of her. She was like embarrassed to come over here because you're going to make fun of her through the window again. Roseanne, her neighbor, loves it because she can't stand the fucking woman because she's half deaf and constantly screaming into her phone and screaming at her fucking pets. Joyce doesn't have any pets though. She's always screaming at... Yeah, she's screaming at Roseanne's dogs. She doesn't come and sing to the cats. It would be great if I could set up the camera and people could see like this crazy fat old slob like come up and just sing to the cats in the window, making up her own lyrics and shit. What? Yeah, I can point it towards the dogs in the other corner of the courtyard and people can see her waddle around and sing her songs. Oh man. She's an ugly, lonely, old, fat lesbian. You think she's a lesbian? I think so. She looks it, yeah. But, what?
That's pretty bad. Even at 80 years old, she still looks it.
You think she's 80? I don't think somebody that fat would live to be 80. She's got to be in her late 60s. And she's probably going to die any day now. I remember the time we were having I used to be on the board for the condo association over here. And, I'll never forget the time we were having a meeting. And she was sitting in one of those wooden kicking chairs, you know, with like the wood slats in the back and everything. And I'm just looking at her at the end of the meeting, and it was almost like it happened in slow motion. I saw her tilt to the side and falling backwards, almost as if it were in slow motion because she broke the chair. And I realized, like, while she fell in like slow motion. You know what Eddie Murphy talks about, how like old people fall in slow motion? She did. She fell. I saw her go down. It was like slow motion. She's going down. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm about to fall and I can't stop it." And the chair breaks because she's so fucking old and fat and decrepit.
Lord help me, I'm halfway down.
Yeah, Lord help me, I'm halfway down the broken chair now. And next thing I know, she's like on her back like a turtle, and she can't get herself over again, and she's like kicking her arms and legs, and everybody's all, "Oh, are you okay, okay?" And the guy who owned the condo is all worried that she's going to sue because she fell off of his rickety chair, and she's all embarrassed that she's so fat that she broke his chair. That's one of those times you wish, God damn, I wish I had a camera. One of those moments you wish. I wish I had one of those hats with a built-in camera, just so you wouldn't have to hold a camera to somebody's face, but you would be able to record everything that happens in front of you. Like when I meet the crab girl outside, I don't have the balls to like hold the camera in front of her and take a movie of her or take a picture of her, but I wish I had one of those camera hats where I could just like stare at her, and they might think that's a little creepy, but they won't get pissed about it because we gotta live with these people. If I take movies and pictures of the crab girl, who knows what the Mexicans are gonna do? They'll come over and cut me in my sleep. You wanna say hello, little guy? Julian. Aw, that was a cute little wimpy meow. Julian. Oh, that's Sebastian speaking up now. And now Mouse is coming. Hello, Mouse. Good noisy girl. No. That's why they're so loud. They're carrying on because I haven't fed them yet. And I haven't eaten yet either. I got cold cuts for sandwiches and rolls if you want to make yourself a sandwich. I'm not really hungry, though. If anybody would like to write into the program and tell me how much I suck because now that I can't make prank calls, you can do so on PCU Live over AIM, or you can go into the chat room and get yourself banned because, what? It's not going to work. You think I should turn it back on? The cord doesn't even reach over here. As soon as I pick it up, the handset is going to fall down. I gotta turn the volume up, too. It's way too low. Where's the volume on this fucker? Oh, the volume... There you go. You know, there's no hang-up button on the handset. So yeah, that works. Yeah, I guess we can do some prank calls. The failure says, stop your bitching and play my damn audio. The failure, if anybody's interested in the prank calls of the failure, you can go to KDK Prank Calls. Let me see who this is. See, now that I can answer the phone.
Calling now, so leave a message after the beep, and we'll get back to
KDK, why don't they put you on the air?
Shortly after you hang up,
Hello?
your phone should ring again and display "Take a message." Then
Hello?
there's your caller coming back to leave you a message.
Hello? Now you need to set the number of rings on the phone so it doesn't pick up on the first ring anymore. It says ST1, that means it hangs up, it answers up to the first ring, plays a message, and hangs up on them. So set it for 4. Hit the button that says answer rings until it says 4. And the failure wants me to play this prank call. And again, he sends me a zip file. I don't know why he always insists on sending me zip files instead of links to MP3s. You know, the failure, all of your old calls that you sent me are now up on kdkprankcalls.com as MP3s. So if you ever want to send them to somebody else, you don't have to send them as zips. You just send them the direct links to the fucking website. So people can actually play them on the air and shit. FFBM23 says, tell your queer cats to quit screaming. The cats are queer. Sebastian is a very straight kitty. He likes to sniff pussy. He constantly sniffs the female's pussy, and he makes a funny face every time he does. Like he's all turned on. He's all sexed up by the stink of kitty pussy hole. Anyway, listen to this prank call from the failure, and then I'm going to come back and see if we can manage to do some prank calls with a hardwired phone.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, hi, sir.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Okay.
What can I do for you?
I'm calling today on behalf of DirecTV.
Yeah, what is that?
You never heard of DirecTV?
No, I got a TV.
You got a TV? Do you have cable right now?
No, I don't have shit.
Oh, you don't have anything?
What's this all about?
Well, DirecTV has moved into your area.
What is this though? DirecTV, this lingo shit. What is DirecTV? What is this?
We provide people with satellite dish
service.
Yes. Hello.
Come on.
All right. This is the bottom line. All right, sir. I believe I can cut. If you do have cable, I can cut your cable bill.
Listen to me. I've already told you I don't have cable. All right. And now I can only assume what DirecTV is because you're not really telling me what it is. I can assume it's something like cable, right?
It's like cable, but with digital. Okay.
What's the difference in that shit? Because I don't really watch TV, but the rest of my fucking family does. That's all they do. My wife doesn't do shit. She watches TV. My kids fuck around on the streets. Then they come home and watch TV. They do that. I work.
All right. All right.
They watch TV, and I don't know. What do we do now?
Okay. Well, so do you like to travel, sir?
I have to travel. That's how I make a living. I travel everywhere. I should travel a lot fucking more, but I don't.
All right. Well, basically, sir, for just $41.99.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, I give you 125 channels.
How much is regular TV?
We're going to give this a try. KDK's Lunatic Fringe, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello? Ryan?
Yes.
You have no idea how aggravating you were, like trying to call in when I said I had no phones.
Okay, well, I didn't hear that you had no phone because I'm not...
Right, you're not listening to the show like a bastard.
I'm in Virginia Beach.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Well, you're there. You got a hookup?
I'm here with Lecky.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You? How's the show going?
I don't know. I'm sort of in a pissy mood now. I'm very tempted to play cricket.
Okay, well, if you're in a pissy mood, I won't bother you.
Well, don't get all angry about it. I'll get over it.
Okay, well...
How are you doing? How's it going with Pilecki?
It's going very well.
Can I guess whether you're a top or a bottom?
Huh?
Can I guess
whether I am?
Have you ever topped with Pilecki or just a bottom?
We haven't gone into that business.
You haven't had sex yet?
We've had sex, but we haven't gone into the that part of it.
What do you mean?
We haven't done the anal.
So you had oral?
Yes.
You did 69, or you just blew him, or what?
No, took turns and whatnot.
Took turns and whatnot. You don't have to be embarrassed. Nobody really knows exactly who you are.
Sure.
Yeah. This is your one place where you can be anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
And talk about your sexual exploits. So is he hung? How is Pilecki hung?
Hello.
Huh?
He says hello.
Hello, Pilecki. But I'm still going to ask you how he's hung.
Hello.
Pilecki.
Hi, how are you doing this evening?
Hey, I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're drifting off into the later night.
How are you hung?
Huh?
How are you hung? He handed the phone off to you, like, trying to avoid the question.
Oh, who, Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're good enough for each other. We're compatible.
Give me a number.
I don't know. I guess I'll break out a ruler next time.
Well, every guy knows how big their penis is. Is it a handful? Is it 2 inches more than a handful?
Oh, yeah.
How much would a handful be? A handful be like what? 4 inches or something?
No, but about, I don't know, what would your handful? My handful would be probably 6. And that's, he's more than that.
Well, I wasn't asking about him. I was asking about you.
Oh, me? Well, yeah, I'm more than my handful.
Yeah. So, 7?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. Every guy knows exactly how big his penis is.
Mine's more than average.
Okay. I can tell we're not going to get a straight answer from you.
Well, you know, we're still new at all this stuff. We're more of a heart tip, so, you know.
You're new at what?
We're still in the, you know, lovey-dovey tip. I'm sure we'll get scandalous later, you know.
You get scandalous later? You know, Ryan is one of those guys who acts very shy and timid, but he totally wants you to treat him like a freak.
Is that true?
Well, that's my assumption. I wouldn't know because we've never done anything sexually, obviously.
It's been nothing but dreamy, and I'm very, very grateful for that.
It's been what?
Nothing but dreamy and
dreamy?
Yeah.
You are so gay. you totally don't have a gay voice, though.
Thank you.
Can you do a gay voice? Can you give me a go, hey?
I don't think I'm any good at it.
You sound a little like Sean Ward, actually. Sean Ward, what are you doing over Ryan's place?
Looking very highly of you, and I hope to have these abilities one day get on there and accost some random person in the...
What's that?
I said I hope I get to I have enough talent to one day get up there and join the KDK assault crew.
Have you listened to the show before? Has Ryan turned you on to us before?
I have. I listened to it in the last time I was in Lancaster, and I enjoyed myself immensely.
Well, that's good. And you better take good care of Ryan, or we're going to come down there and beat your ass.
Oh, yeah. We're both, he's treating me very well. We've been on a magic carpet ride since I met him.
Ryan's like our gay cousin at this point.
Oh, yeah, then, well, I'm glad to, you know, I hope to meet you one day soon.
Yeah.
Have enough energy to join you on the assault on random people in the late night.
Assault on random people?
For pizzas, burritos, enemas, you know.
Yeah. It's very important to keep in touch with your inner child, no matter how old you are.
And
you know, like I always say, you're never really old until you start to accept that you're old.
Exactly.
That's the way it happened with my parents. They never really got old until they started telling themselves they were too old to do things. And that's when they really got old.
I think I'm fine because I still get excited when the ice cream truck comes down the street. So.
Yeah. That's because the guy driving is hot.
Right. You know, I can't turn down a popsicle.
Yeah, a push pop.
Yeah, exactly. surprise, it's more than a handful.
Yeah.
Well, it was good talking to you. And,
it was good talking to you, too. I'm glad you got a good sense of humor.
Thank you, and you have a lovely evening. I will hand you back to the man.
Okay, peace out.
Take care.
Hello.
I should have known you would have good taste. He seems like a very fun-loving, fun-to-be-with kind of person.
Yes, he is.
I wish you guys all the best.
Well, thank you very
It
much.
makes me very happy to see you with somebody that you're happy with, because I know you were so, at the time that I met you, I know that you were in such a dark place and so unhappy with yourself and your life. It's
Yeah.
good to see you at the complete opposite spectrum at this point.
Yeah, this has changed my perspective on things, definitely.
That's good. Because I do know things about you that you don't even know that I know. But I'm glad you're happy.
Well, thank you.
Do you want me to let you go, or do you guys feel like making prank calls, or what?
Well, he doesn't know that he thinks I'll laugh. But I would like to make a call since I'm not getting to listen to the show. I would like to at least participate in it.
Okay, so let me go to my list here and see who we can call. I'm going to scroll to the bottom of Mr. Peeper's list. Mr. Peeper's list, because those will be the most current numbers.
Okay.
So we have a guy named Dick Sucky.
Okay. What else do we have?
You don't like Dick Sucky. We got an old lady at the phone number for Richard Lickert, an old guy at Dick Whacker, and an old redneck guy at another Dick Whacker.
Okay, we'll go with the redneck.
You want the redneck?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Regular cable?
I don't have cable.
On regular television?
How much is regular TV? Yeah.
You mean just like the regular channels you get?
Yeah. What is? Yeah.
That's free, sir.
It's free.
Yeah.
And how much is your service?
Well, okay, but sir, okay, I'm gonna tell you what I would do for you, all right? And you just have to hear me out.
All right, I hear ya.
All right. Now, like I said, it's $41.99, right?
That's quite a fucking bill from fucking nothing, but all right, I guess it'll be worth it.
All right, I'll give you. Okay, you know, that would money like that would like $4.80, $4.90 a year, right?
Jesus Christ! Now, if you fucking break it down like that, it doesn't sound so cheap anymore.
Okay,
do yourself a favor.
No,
do not say how much it's going to cost for the whole year and your future customers, because they're not going to like it.
Okay.
One thing is $40, but another fucking thing is almost $500. You can see the difference there.
Okay. So
you should say some shit like this. It'll be $4 a day. Oh no, you come out with the fucking $480 a year.
Code and phone number you wish to call.
I'm gonna pause this failure prank call because I don't want to miss it because it's fucking funny.
Please hold while we connect your call.
Okay, you there?
Yeah. Do you have a location?
It is in Gainesville, Georgia.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm staying here in Gainesville with my family. We're on a vacation. I wondered if you could recommend a nice place to eat this time of night.
A nice place to do what?
To eat? To get dinner this time of night?
Sure. I'm new at this too, so I couldn't help
You're new to the area also? You're not familiar with the local dining establishment?
Yeah, but like I say, I haven't been here too long.
Okay.
And I'm not a permanent resident, so I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Or maybe you'd like to come out with us. We're going out for dinner. We'll find some place. And why don't you come down with us? We'll do some shots. He didn't want to go do shots with us. Let me make sure he's gone. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
He was fumbling to hang up there while I was still talking.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't want to come do shots with us.
No, but I thought
He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, he didn't really react or do anything it didn't go anywhere. I thought it was an okay concept, though. That you would just be staying in a hotel and you randomly called up a local person.
Let's call people in Florida and ask them if they hope to see AD floating down the center of town on top of a roof.
Oh, no, because that's a real
I'm praying for that. Everybody in the audience, pray that AD are stranded on top of a roof floating somewhere around Newport Richey, Florida. Because that's right where the hurricane is hitting right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully they lost their electricity and their cable and their phone, and they're floating around town on top of a river waiting for a helicopter to save them.
Their site is gone.
Oh, I know, because they're fucking pussies. They're afraid that Pindar is going to rat them out. When I ratted them out to Pindar, they're afraid that Pindar isn't going to like them anymore. I blew the whistle.
It actually, it's some kind of
it's a vacuum. It's a bogus vacuum. Yeah, they came up with that for their newest April Fool's Day joke.
Oh, it's bogus.
Yeah. Well, obviously it's bogus. They still own the domain and the site and the server and everything, but they're pretending they're not there. Ever since I went and told Pindar that they're the ones who've been pranking him and pretending to be his friend on Yahoo for the past 2 years and shit. But let's talk to the old lady Doris Smelling.
Okay.
From Port Angeles, Washington.
Port Angeles, Washington.
Yes.
We're going to see if that concept will work this time.
Okay.
Unless you think
if it doesn't work, you can invite her out for drinks.
Right, okay.
Because old women are always lonely.
It works out to be $1 and change.
Well, that's nice.
Okay. And, sir, basically I would give you $500 just for signing up. I would give you $500 in airline tickets.
Jesus Christ.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'll give you $500 in airline tickets. You get that as soon
Is that a check? Do you give it to me in a check? Or is it like...
I give you a voucher.
Welcome to
What is a voucher?
Please enter your...
Well, I give you a voucher. You take it to the airlines and you can use it.
Oh, so you don't give me $500. You just give me some kind of credit to some shit.
Well, you can use it on any airline.
Can I use it for... Nah, I'd rather have a check, to be honest with you.
You'd rather have a check? Okay.
What is so funny here? We're trying to do this shit here, and you're trying to... What is this? What is this? Is this a prank call?
No, it's not a prank call, sir.
Because you're laughing a lot, all right? I'm trying to figure this out, and you know how you make me figure this out? By laughing at me.
I'm not laughing at you.
Somebody's laughing on the phone with you, then.
Nobody's laughing with me on the phone.
All right. Then it's going to be fucking you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
All right.
While we connect your call.
Hey there.
Hello, ma'am. My family and I are visiting Washington, and I wondered if you could recommend any good places to eat in the area this time of night.
How did you get my number?
Oh, well, we found it in the phone book. I saw that you're a local resident here, and I wanted the opinion of somebody who lives here.
I don't understand.
Well, I found you in the phone book. We're looking for a place to eat, and we don't know the area. We have no idea. I don't want to go to a place and be surprised and not have a nice meal or a nice time.
Well, as you come into town, there's all kinds of restaurants.
Yeah, but which ones can... I want a recommendation from somebody that lives here and knows.
Well, some of them are already closed.
Yeah, that's what we're dealing with, too. I wondered what was open this time of night.
Down on the waterfront, there's a place called The Landing.
The Landing?
Mm-hmm. It's down on the waterfront, down on Railroad Avenue, and they have wonderful fish and chips.
Fish and chips?
That's where a fish town.
Right, and that's not potato chips, that's like an English fish and chips, right, with French fries?
No, they're waffle fries.
Oh, waffle fries, okay.
Uh-huh. So that's what I would recommend this time of night.
Okay, and there's nothing in it classier or because it's like a family thing, but
yes.
Yeah, okay. Is there any now I know there's not a big gambling thing in the area, but is there I mean, anything beyond lottery? Are there any casinos or that sort of thing? Probably not.
Well, where are you coming from?
Well, I'm coming from, we're out of Arkansas, but we're visiting, we're kind of new to the West Coast, you think.
Well, did you come up 101? How did you get here?
Oh, no, we flew here, man. We flew, actually, we were in Seattle a little bit.
I still don't know how you got my name.
Oh, well, we found you in the phone book. But, see, we were here, my kids wanted to see the background, the place, the Seattle, because they're interested in the grunge movement, of the early 90s, early to mid-90s.
Well, see,
Nirvana and Hole.
Yeah, there is a casino, but it's east of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I would recommend that you talk to the people at the restaurant about what to see.
All right, and do you know, have you visited Seattle at all?
What?
Are you familiar with the Seattle area?
Yes.
Yes, and you.
But we don't go to Seattle. We're a grandpa and grandma.
Okay, so you're not real. You're not the grunge movement. That's not your thing.
No. That would be an earlier or later generation than us.
But I mean, you can still take an interest. I know people of all ages, take an interest in things that wouldn't.
I would recommend you talk to the people down on the waterfront.
Okay. Well,
because there is a tomorrow morning it'll be open. There's a visitor center down there too, right near the landing.
Yeah, you have been very helpful, even though you're not as familiar with the Seattle grunge movement. I think you've been very helpful, and I appreciate it.
Okay, bye now.
Bye now.
What a sweetheart.
Uh-huh.
That was such a... I love it when we call to prank call somebody and we get somebody who's happy and just like a little sweetheart like her.
Yeah, no, she was like ready to there was nothing.
Ah, fuck! Why the fuck did that happen all of a sudden? The speakers are turned off. Are you there?
Yeah, she wasn't like that.
I don't know why that happened all of a sudden. Did you even hear that?
Yeah.
I just blew everybody's eardrum out with, feedback to the max.
Yeah, I just heard it real faintly.
Yeah. This phone isn't going to work so well for doing prank calls and shit. If I move the microphone 1 milli-inch the wrong way, we get that fucking feedback. Well, I'm sorry to everybody else out there. But that lady was a real sweetheart. I love it talking to people who are nice and happy like that, instead of always bitter and angry like old people always are.
Right, and I was just surprised that she didn't, not once did she say, well, it's a little late, or anything like that, like you would expect.
Well, we're calling Seattle, so what is it there now? It's like 9?
Oh, I see, that's why.
Yeah, they're like 3 hours before us, so...
Yeah.
They're working on TED time, so it's not that late over there.
No.
But she was nice, and she really did give you good advice. If you were in the area, that would be the restaurant to go to, and then ask them about tourist spots.
And the landing got a plug on internet radio.
Anybody in the Seattle area, go visit the landing and say you heard it on internet radio. And then go visit the old lady and give her some grunge CDs, because she needs to be brought up to date.
Right.
She needs some Alice in Chains and some Hole and some Nirvana and some Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm going to let you go.
All right.
And I'm going to get back to this failure prank.
Okay, have a good evening.
You too. Have fun with Pilecki.
Yeah, he says good night.
Good night, Pilecki.
Good night. Bye-bye.
And there we go. Next week I'm going to see what I can do about moving the hardwire phone next to the PC, so I don't have to worry about the goddamn cordlesses anymore. I should have done it a long time ago, but the phone that I'm using now is a phone that is a pile of crap and has been in a drawer for the past 4 or 5 years because I know it's a pile of crap, and that's why we're having problems with the audio. The Ferrari phone works a hell of a lot better. Son of a bitch.
Shortly after you hang up, your phone should ring.
Didn't you set it for like 4 rings? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I'm going to check it right now. Not SP4. 4. I'm not exactly sure. I lost the manual, but it has something to do with, I think it means that the phone just automatically hangs up on people. SP means it automatically just plays them a message and then hangs up on them. Or maybe they were just calling with a block number. No, because it didn't ring 4 times before the machine picked up. Well, anyway, I'm going to go take myself a piss. We're going to come back and we're going to call Kenneth Keith Callan back. We'll try his number again, see if it's still busy. Ed's drop-off says, I can't get into the chat rooms. It always says access denied. If it says access denied, Ed's drop-off, that means you've been banned. And we don't ban people unless you're a prick in there. So, thank you for being a prick and getting yourself banned. I want to hear hers. I want to hear horror that sound my fucking penis. You know, that makes perfect sense. Let me hang up the piece of shit phone over here. Tonight is our worst show ever. The only thing good about tonight's show is that we talked to the director of Belial, the upcoming horror film. Oh well.
Back to the $500 a year now.
Back to the $500 airline tickets?
Well, I guess so.
Okay. So, along with that, I would also give you, I don't know if your family likes to watch, like, HBO and stuff like that.
What's what?
I don't know if your family likes, like, watch like, HBO, Showtime.
I just told you we don't have cable. Now you're telling me the fucking HBO shit. Is this a scam now?
No. I would give you...
You have a supervisor.
You want to speak to
I want to speak to your supervisor, please, and now. Tell him Butch drives...
All right, then, sir.
Yes.
But are you at all...
Is it the supervisor?
Hello, I'm getting my supervisor.
All right, I'll be waiting right here for him.
All right, then. Hold on for a second.
Yeah.
Katie K's Lunatic Fringe are on the air.
Hey, Katie K.
Hey, who is this?
Frank Master.
Frank Master, you calling directly at my house?
Yes.
That means you're paying for the call.
Okay.
Cool. That means, like, whenever you call in, you should call this number instead of the toll-free line.
The toll-free line was busy. I couldn't put it through before.
That's because it's turned off.
Ah.
What the fuck did you just say? You got a mouthful of cotton candy or something? You're juggling gobstoppers in your mouth or something. Take the balls out of your mouth and repeat what you just said.
I don't know. But, the reason
No. Take the balls out of your mouth and just repeat what you just said.
That you turned it off. Turned off the 800 number.
What is wrong with your speech? I don't mean to be mean or anything, but why do you talk the way you do? What is medically or physically wrong with you?
I don't know. I wanted to call in because I wanted to do a
Stop trying to change this. I'm not trying to be mean, seriously here, but everybody's wondering, why does that guy talk that way? Do you have some sort of mouth or facial disfigurement?
No, it's because of, like, with my hearing aids, I can't exactly hear, like, how I speak.
Oh, are you?
When I speak, it sounds normal.
Oh, so you're like Marley Matlin. You have, like, a speech impediment because you're partially deaf.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all you had to say. See, I'm not picking on you.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's been wondering, so now everybody knows.
Mm-hmm. But I had a really good idea for a prank call, and I wanted to try to do it.
Who do you want to prank call?
I don't care. We gotta try to find somebody.
Okay, what's your idea?
Well, I would call in, be like a radio announcer, and I say, like there was a contest.
But wait. When you're talking to me now, how are you hearing me? Do you have, like, hearing aids and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't get any feedback by holding the earpiece of the phone up to your hearing aid?
No.
Well, that's weird. I need the kind of technology you have. I need that kind of technology so we don't hear feedback when I'm on the air. Are you deaf in both ears or just one or what?
Both.
Were you born deaf?
Well, I mean, it's like I can hear you fine without my hearing aids, but when I have my hearing aids in, I can hear a lot better.
Right. So if I were to talk to you without your hearing aids, you would just hear like muffled octaves and stuff.
No, not really muffled, but I can hear you I can hear you now, because it's away from my ear, but I mean, if you were a little bit farther away, I wouldn't be able to hear.
Well, you also have the benefit of the amplifier from the phone when I'm talking to you on the phone.
Yeah.
But if we were in person, I were talking to you, you would just hear as if I were talking underwater. You hear wah 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 wah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. See, now we understand where you're coming from.
All right.
The cats are going nuts because they're being fed. You hear them in the background?
Yeah.
You giving them tuna? They have real food.
But, anyways, my idea was...
They do. Hang on a second, Practice Master.
Alright.
They have real food in there. I didn't use the last can last night. You're just trying to be nice and give them, real tuna. It's not in there? Really? Oops. I forgot to buy cat food, so now the cats get real tuna, and they're all happy about it, too. Whoa. Pardon me while I fall over, because I'm drunk. Did you hear that? Are you still there?
Yeah.
That thump that you heard was the phone falling. That wasn't me falling, but I stumbled and I almost fell over, because I'm so drunk. I went to stand up and I'm, dizzy.
Maybe you stood up too quickly.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Luckily, blood didn't come out of your nose.
All the blood went to my head and I got lightheaded for a second there. You heard a thump, but that was the phone falling. That wasn't me falling.
The idea was I'm a radio announcer. I'm calling somebody to do a contest.
Oh, that's the oldest thing in the book.
No. This one's pretty funny.
Why not just ask if the refrigerator is running?
No. I gave this idea to Satan. He thought it was funny.
Okay.
If they win, they get the bills paid. But
they get what?
And then I say, here's how to play.
They get what?
I'm holding 1 to 10 jacks in my hand. If you can guess how many I'm holding in my hand.
Look, we're not going anywhere because you're thinking that I'm trying to pick on you, and I'm just not understanding what you say. What do they win if they win the contest?
Look, they don't. That's what it is. Let's say they guess 5 jacks. I'll be like, I'm sorry. You just run jack off.
So no matter what, there's always going to be one jack off.
Yeah.
Okay. I get the point. Somebody says, tell your cats to quit bitching. The cats are quiet now because they're eating fucking fancy albacore. We're like rich. We get to feed the cats fancy albacore, solid white tuna. Did you give them all the tuna juice and everything? Yeah. Oh, the cats love it when you give them the tuna water and shit, the tuna oil.
I gave most of it to the mouse.
Yeah, because that's all a mouse will eat. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
We have, why don't we call up, I'm trying to find what kind of person I want to talk to right now. You want an old lady?
Yep.
Okay. Dick Spank.
You have 1 minute left.
Shit. It's always something. Hello?
Hello?
Hey!
Hey!
How you doing, girlfriend?
Who?
Hello, I'm looking for Dick.
That's me.
Hey, Dick Spank.
Who's this?
This is Maurice.
Marie who?
No, not Marie. Maurice. I'm a male. I have a penis. We're looking for you down at the Gold Club.
You are, eh?
We noticed that you bought a membership about 2 or 3 months ago, or maybe it wasn't you, maybe it was your wife or some other loved one. They bought a membership for you down... Hello? Now that's enough of that, please. Hello? Dick?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? on like the phone.
Hello? What a dick. You couldn't tell that he had picked up, could you? Hello? Great, now Prankmaster's gone. You there?
Yeah.
You couldn't tell that he had picked up, could you?
Nah.
See, that's why I took over. This is a bunch of bullshit. We need new phones. People donate some fucking money so I can buy myself a new fucking cordless phone.
Yes, donate money.
If you like the show, go to KDK Prank Calls and donate some fucking money to help make it better before I get so fed up I just give up.
No!
And somebody is writing in to ask me to say, fabulous!
Fabulous!
Okay, Prankmaster, I'm to the point where I'm pinching my pee-pee, so I gotta go take a leak.
Alright, yo, try the idea though.
Whatever, I'll try something.
Alright.
And don't get all mental if I don't.
Alright, I will.
Okay.
Alright.
Wait, before you go.
Yes.
Thank you for all your help with Zolar, because without you, we wouldn't have Zolar's webcam set up.
No problem. I'm gonna actually...
Even though if we had gone with my idea, we would have been able to do a much better job. Because I was planning on starting out with 25 seconds, and then once we see how well that runs, we were going to move it down and down and down until eventually it would have been a lot better than what we ended up with without the fucking ads.
But, no, I'm actually, visiting him. I'm going to meet him up tomorrow at his house, so I'm going to, fix up the webcam, and I'm going to get...
Just fix his fucking software so that he can broadcast a picture to the server every 25 seconds, okay? Yep. And then show him how to change the time interval, because we're going to try it at 25, and then we're going to go down and down and down until it starts buffering too much. And then we can probably get it down to like 5 seconds.
Alright. And I'm just going to fix the sounds, you know how like everybody was hearing the sounds in the chat room?
Well, let's just the slider in his Winamp window. Just explain that to him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for all your help and helping me with Zolar.
Alright, no problem.
Okay, peace out, bro.
Later, Peeny Weenie.
Bye-bye. He called me Peeny Weenie. What does that mean? You made a sandwich? You didn't make me one? You bitch? Yeah. I think maybe I ought to eat something to sober myself up at this point. I almost fell down. I stood up to get the phone. I almost fell over on my ass. Lucky the chair was here. The chair caught me in time. Anyway, I'm going to go take myself a piss and I'll be right back. Please don't call until I'm done because I'm not going to answer anyway. Okay, and we're back. And let me check in with the chat room and see what people are saying. Sputnik says, I have an old webcam lying around here that never gets used. You're welcome to it free of charge if you want it. If you want the webcam, just pop me an email with the address to send it to. I'll ship it over to you all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. No problem. Awesome. We have a donated webcam. So that solves the problem. So we can set up the webcam. And while we're at work, we can just set it to watch the room and with a wide angle so people can watch the cats fight and run around all day. And if I want, I can put the camera in the window, like, facing towards the courtyard, so they can see the crab girl rollerblade by and ride her bicycle by. Actually, she's far too uncoordinated to do either of those things, because if she were to move too fast, her heads would just bang together and shit. She'd be like one of those kerbangers. She's like the letter Y, because they have the inner arms that are, like, right next to each other, with the two torsos rubbing together. And that makes them very uncoordinated because they have to sort of lean away from each other so that their arms aren't in the way of each other. And they're like, they're not like the letter Y, they're like the letter U with like a line at the bottom. They're like the letter U at the top of a letter Y. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? They get into a fight with each other, start punching each other in the face with their forearms and their two heads. No, they probably don't, because they both have separate brains. If they punch each other in the face, they probably wouldn't feel it. Are we going to have to take the phone off the hook? KDK's Lunatic Friends are on the air.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, you're lucky it's you, Ted. I was going to tear you into an asshole. I'm so sick of people calling when I say it's hard for me to answer the phone.
What's wrong with your phone?
You know, every once in a while the phone company calls and says, we'll give you this free phone, and as long as you take our service for like 2 months.
Uh-huh.
I'm using one of those phones. It's like made to break after like 3 months. So it's supposed to have like the LED on the back, and it doesn't. I can't see what I'm dialing, and it's just like a piece of shit phone. And the other one is shaped like a Ferrari. I had to take a picture of it so people believe me. It is literally shaped like a Ferrari.
Funny, man. What's up with you and your ghetto phone?
Because Keith always decides to pile his dirty laundry on top of the wires for the other phone in the bedroom.
No.
Why was it unplugged? Why was it unplugged?
Because the phone was in between the bed and the bookcase yesterday. And when I picked it up, I didn't realize I must have took the cord out when I ripped it when I pulled it up.
Right. So the phone was off the hook all day because of Keith. Regardless of the reason, because of Keith, the phone was off the hook.
It's all Keith's fault, all of it.
Well, he's in charge of that phone. That's his phone. He's got his own separate phone. He can't even keep it fucking plugged in. Right. You piled a ton of laundry on top of it.
There has to be repercussions for his actions.
Yeah, there has to be Ted says there has to be repercussions for your actions. So what do we do with you? You're going to have to get a spanking. He's holding his ass up in the air. Too bad he likes spankings too much. That's not
well, if he likes
anywhere.
spanking, it's not going to bring the message home that he needs to keep the phone plugged in.
Yeah. He likes the spankings too much. That's not going to really go anywhere. So how are you doing, Ted? Did you manage to catch the Zolar show last night?
I listened to like the first hour of it.
Uh-huh. And then what? You got bored? You got tired? You what?
No, what happened to me last night? What did I do?
You got
I went to Home Depot.
Oh, okay.
And I got some trim to redo the trim around the air conditioner.
You got some trim.
I got some trim.
That's the most immature joke.
Yeah, I was working on it in the middle of the night.
Were you really?
Yeah, and the guy downstairs came up and said, "Stop hammering."
Your wife is a slave driver.
My wife is a slave driver?
She had you working till 5:30 in the morning.
No. The guy downstairs came up and told me to stop hammering.
Yeah, because your wife had you working at 5:30 in the morning. What was your?
No, he had to get up and go to work at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
This is the second time one of my neighbors has come to my door and complained about my late night home improvement.
Have they ever come to your house and complained about sex?
No, he thought I was saying that you made me stay up till 5:30 in the morning. She's like, I don't deserve that comment.
She's a slave driver. Keeping Ted working on the house till 5:30 in the morning. Now Keith is believing me. I'm kidding, honey. I'm making jokes about her keeping him awake till 5:30 to work on the home improvements. He's agreeing with me. He's like, fuck her.
Keith believed it now. And Keith is like in the back and be like, I wouldn't let anybody keep me up till 5:30 in the morning. Screw her. Of course. Anyway.
With all the problems, I'm still having fun tonight.
For any reason?
Oh, she's like, for any reason wouldn't stay up till 5:30 in the morning?
That sounds like she was a little frisky tonight.
Yeah.
Oh. She's gonna put on a slave driver outfit with the whips and leather and everything for later.
You said you're gonna put on your slave driver outfit. Well, I acquired a new skill.
What's that?
I made my first, after the first try failed, the second try, I made a successful cappuccino.
Oh, really? In those teeny tiny little cups?
No, the cappuccino is like, you have espresso at the bottom, but then you froth the milk, and you pour
yeah.
So.
I was confusing cappuccino with espresso.
So, yeah, I got this little wand called an Aero Latte.
Are you making me a sandwich? Oh, I love you, honey. I didn't even ask you to make me one.
Oh, he made you a sandwich. Look at that.
I said I wasn't hungry before, then I was joking about how he made one and didn't make me one, so now he's making me one. I love you, honey.
I love you, honey.
Yeah.
So, how did you domesticate him then?
I think we have like an understanding that Saturday is like my night to just go all out and just act a fool. You know, you never pick the night for your night to be the night where you're allowed to just act a fool. Yeah, you deserve a night to just be able to act a fool without any repercussions like I do. That's like a key to any good relationship. Is like everybody should have one night where they're just allowed to act a fool without, you know, fear of repercussions. Because I need that. I need my Saturdays.
Yeah.
For my sanity.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I saw a comment in the chat room that Pindar was in the chat room.
Oh, somebody was pretending to be Pindar in the chat room, probably.
Oh, someone's pretending. Yeah, I'm like, what would Pindar be in here for?
Yeah. Well, he does listen. You never know. I suppose it could be him. You give me an extra plate here.
The trap has been baited for some time.
Yeah, the trap.
Fortunately,
nobody gets
tonight.
it but you and me in Atlantic Dimensions, and they're cracking up and then yelling at themselves about it. Josh is laughing and Richard's yelling at him for laughing.
Mr. Flatulent said he has an Aero Latte too. Those things are sweet, man. They work. Yeah. My mom was surprised too when I told her about the Aero Latte. She's like, "Oh, like the one your brother has," and it's like, "Yeah, that works."
Everybody has that shit nowadays.
Everybody. Oh, so I was just behind the times.
We don't even have a coffee pot because Keith brought it to work, and they're probably gonna break it before it ever comes back home. But it was like one of those little $15 coffee pots, so it doesn't matter. What? I was kidding. To be honest with you, I don't care if you don't bring it back at all, because that'll be my excuse to buy one of those coffee pots that just hangs under the counter and doesn't get in the way anymore.
Like the Mr. Coffee that mounts under the cabinet.
Yeah, I want one of those that hangs under the cabinet so it doesn't sit on the counter where all the cats get their fur all over the coffee pot and shit.
You don't like cat hair in your coffee?
Well, I just rinse the pot out of it. It's not like a big deal. You just rinse the pot out before you make your coffee, but it would be nice not to see the cat fur on top of the coffee pot.
Nice flavor.
Yeah.
What is that joke? Why does everyone say cats are clean animals? They're covered in cat spit.
Yeah. Well, no, they are clean.
Yeah, they are clean.
You never picked up a cat that smelled bad, but if you touch a dog that got wet, ooh boy. Oof.
Yeah.
You ever pet a wet dog and then smell your hand? Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's one of those smells you can't get rid of, like garlic or something.
Yeah. If you ever like visit somebody who has a dog and they're not really good about washing their dog.
Yeah, and the fur is greasy.
Remember when we went over to Dave's house?
And then you get out of the shower and you come down, the dog jumps on you, and then you smell like dog all over again.
Right.
That drives me nuts.
Keith wants to talk about our crazy neighbor Dave.
No, not that one.
Oh, is it the guy who counts how much water everybody uses?
Yeah. What were you going to say?
We go over.
Oh, Dave the drug dealer.
Yeah, we go over his
house. Oh,
and
Christ, that guy's house smells so bad.
And his dog is like just grungy thing that hasn't had a bath in probably 8 years.
I don't think he's ever had a bath. We used to buy drugs from this guy. He lives in his parents' basement. He's like my age. He lives in his parents' basement.
He's drug dealing out of his parents' basement.
And his parents know about it. As a matter of fact, he's probably supporting the family and paying the mortgage with his drug dealing business.
He's supporting his family with it?
Yeah, he's supporting the family with a drug dealing business. You would go into that place and literally the whole house stinks no matter where you go to try to breathe. The whole house stinks like a wet dog asshole.
So like the dog was cute, so I pet it. And I get home and the cats are going like crazy over the smell of my hand.
Yeah, smell your hand.
And like I go in the bathroom, wash my hand.
Yeah.
And it was just, I couldn't get it off.
It's
you got stink palms?
Yeah, it's one of those smells that you just can't. Like when you get bleach on your hand or garlic.
Yeah, I think the official term for that is do dirty.
Yeah, do dirty. It was a cute dog.
That's the ghetto term for a smell that you can't get off. It means it's do dirty.
You want to be polite to the drug dealer so he doesn't rip you off for your drugs. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want him to short you on the weed, so you got to be polite and pet his dog, even though you know your hands are going to smell for the next 48 hours like a fucking.
Oops, I'm sorry. I just knocked over.
Ass. Yeah.
Next time, be like, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to knock over that drum of Febreze.
No, please. He's one of those people where you can't just go in and pay and get your drugs and leave.
You have to talk to him.
Exactly. He wants you to be his friend because he wants to feel important. So you got to stay and talk to him and play games with him and shit. And his PlayStation 2 controller is all greasy and stinks like dog ass too.
Yeah.
I had to play PlayStation. You know how hard plastic collects like the oils in your hands really well?
Yeah, like a keyboard, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, like a keyboard. And I picked it up and it was like all greasy and slimy, and I don't want him to see me like wiping it off, and there's nothing for me to wipe it on except my clothes.
Stop it, you're making me want to clean something.
Oh man. Have you ever played a PlayStation?
Yeah.
You've seen the controller before, how it has like those two handles. You can understand how greasy those things get, like when you're sweating.
Oh yeah, because you're like the grip on that thing, it touches your entire hand.
Right, like a lot of times Keith will be playing it for like 8 hours on end, and I go to pick it up and it's got like some kind of crust on it.
Like whenever they were eating, it smashed in between the little buttons. And
Right, exactly. I'm grossing myself out just thinking about it. It's worse than thinking about the tire water I drank when I got sick.
Tire water, Mr. Wong.
I didn't really drink tire water. It was out of the tap, but it was just as good as the tire water from Mr. Wong. For
He is so candid. Dave drank some water out of his sink one day, and it was like a day when there had been some flooding or something, so he got some nasty ass water, and he got like really sick and was puking. So I said it was like Mr. Wong when he drank the water out of the tire. Miss Pam, I'm thirsty.
Miss Pam.
Miss Pam. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen Mr. Wong?
Who are you talking to?
You guys.
Yeah, we have Mr. Wong.
Oh, you have Mr. Wong.
Yeah, we have it on DVD.
Miss Pam, you a big.
Somebody's got to do a Mr. Wong soundboard.
Mr. Wong's soundboard would be great. We can call him Long. We can call Long Dong with it.
Did you notice I put up it's called a Shanghainese soundboard. I put it up on the soundboard page. It has like the English translation of things that are said in Chinese when you click the button. So that you can literally call Long Dong in Chinese.
Really?
You can prank him in Chinese using that soundboard. I can't wait to use it.
Oh, sweet, because there's like...
Can you do it now?
No, I'm on a cell phone. You're going to be able to hear it.
Oh, shit.
I don't have that little box that hooks up to the cell phone.
One of these nights I have to call up with a little box so that you can load up that soundboard. We call Long Dong with that fucking Shanghainese soundboard. I'm going to go look and tell you like the different phrases it has. It's all in Japanese. If anybody wants to follow me along, you go to kdkprankcalls.com and click on the link for soundboards. And I believe it's on page 4. If you go down to towards the bottom of page 4, I think. Yeah, there it is. The Shanghainese is called Shanghai Chinese Soundboard. And these are the different phrases it has. If you call them up, this is what you can tell Long Dong in his own native tongue. Hello, thanks, sorry, I, we, you, he, they. Eaten yet? What you doing? Like Shanghai? Foreigners? How much? Just call Long Dong and keep saying, how much?
How much?
And then you're going to answer, expensive, cheaper please. Use Shanghainese. And then one that says long sample that they didn't translate. And then goodbye, of course. There's not that many sounds, but there's a bunch.
Is it Chinese or Japanese?
It's called Shanghainese. It's a mix of Vietnamese and Chinese, I think. Or Shanghai and Chinese.
Is that on page 3 of your
Page 4.
thing?
Yeah. It's got all the different numbers here, so you can say different numbers and shit. Like if you ask what number you're dialing, you can just come up with 7,222,442, you know? You just make it up as you go along.
Final splice.
The one here that says foreigners is like several words, but the only translation they give is foreigners. So there's more to that they're not translated.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we would really confuse the shit out of him.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for the day. There you go. See, you got it.
Foreigners? How come? Well, I guess it's foreigners ... So probably.
Yeah, there's more to it. They don't translate the whole thing. I found that on some kind of fucked up site where he didn't offer any more insight about it. But that'll be great for Long Dong. One of these days you got to call up with that little box so that you can use that board and call Long Dong and say "I love you" in Chinese. Yeah, I love you. There's no how much on here, but oh yeah, there is. I love you. How much?
I love you. How much?
I love you. Expensive. I love you. Cheaper, please. And it sounds like a hot Chinese girl.
Yeah, it does.
So you know he'll want to talk to her. Because he's a lonely old Oriental guy.
Yeah. So wait, this is Chinese. The top one is Chinese, right? And the bottom one is Japanese.
I think the top one would be Shanghai, and the second one would be Chinese. Because you know how they have the different dialects.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the spellings, there's not a huge, great big difference between the two. For most of them. If you were to sound them out, they would sound relatively similar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I listen to both. They sound close, yeah. Cool on that. Oh, you got the Mr. T soundboard.
I've been putting up a ton of new soundboards. I got a ton of new soundboards that Frank Messenger sent me the other day. I'm going to be putting up too. We're now the authority for soundboards on the internet with all the ones that we have up there. We have like over 100 soundboards up there and shit, more than anybody else that I've ever seen.
Now, I've actually heard people refer to E-Bomb's World like in passing, like people who I don't think would ever like look at prank calls or whatever.
Yeah.
But they go there for like other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, when we get big enough, I'm totally gonna hire somebody to do daily updates, and I'm gonna give up doing it myself, and I just hire somebody to find new shit and update every day. With like little flash games and videos and shit.
So how was Zolar's show in the end? How did it finish up? Did it work out okay?
Zolar's show started out weak and ended strong.
So did he do calls?
He did lots of prank calls. He did relay prank calls, and I think he got the wrong idea because I was trying to IM him and tell him that because it's called PCU, people are going to expect you to do prank calls, and I think he thought I was like saying that, you know, you need to be doing prank calls. You know? I think he took me the wrong way when I was just trying to warn him that, you know, people are going to bother you if you don't do prank calls. People are going to bother you about it. But I think he thought I was like telling him he needs to do prank calls.
Oh, so he just like went commando and started doing lots of them.
Yeah. And I banned somebody from the chat room.
Oh yeah, he sent me an email.
You too?
Yeah, I mean, talk about a whiny.
That's what I called him. I wrote back to Zolar. I was like, I unbanned this guy this morning, and I'm looking at the dates and all the emails that are being forwarded to me. I was like, I unbanned him this morning, and he's still whining like a little bitch, like 12 hours later. He's
this is what he wrote.
Hasn't even tried to go and see that he's still banned or not.
This is what he says. Hello. While listening to the Zolar show and helping him with names and phone numbers, I was suddenly thrown out of the room. The whole concept behind the show allows for free speech which I think is great, but once you start censoring a chat room, you destroy the very essence of the show's beauty.
But he was in the chat room mocking Zolar and like making fun of him and like whining about not doing prank calls, and I warned him more than 3 times not to be a dick. And then I banned him for the night, and then I unbanned him in the morning, and then he's still writing all this shit about how he's still banned after he's not even banned anymore.
My name is Riglat, and I'm sure I didn't do anything so terrible to be thrown out. Certainly not as bad as Zolar calling blacks nigger.
Really?
I welcome... Yeah.
So he's attacking Zolar too?
I welcome your thoughts and ask that I be allowed to be back in the chat room maintaining freedom, which I thought was the purpose behind your program.
This guy
What sense did we become? It's not Patriot prank calls. It's fucking.
Your wife is even laughing at him.
I know, yeah. This was a moron who was in the chat room last night, got thrown out for some reason, and he's like writing this.
No, I banned him because he kept every time Zolar would play a clip of himself on Howard Stern, which makes.
Oh yeah, he was saying boring or whatever.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense that Zolar is going to be proud of his appearances on Howard Stern and want to play them. He's whining like a little bitch, and I hadn't heard them before. I wanted to hear them. Everybody else wanted to hear them. And he's whining like a bitch, and other people are coming to me asking me to shut him up, and I was like, okay, I'm going to boot him for the night. And I did.
Yeah.
I got like at least 4 emails this morning about how evil and awful I am, and how he's all turned off to PCU now because I was so nasty and rotten to him. And I even warned him like at least 3 times before I banned him about talking shit about the show like while it's on the air. And
wow,
Zolar sent me something saying, about free speech and stuff. And I said, free speech is all great and shit, but what about if there's a guy who's constantly talking shit that's causing other people to leave because they're getting frustrated with him?
Yeah, I mean, you warned him.
Yeah.
He kept going.
I warned him, I kicked him, I warned him, I kicked him, and still he's like going on and on and on. He didn't I don't think he realized that I'm like one of the owners of PCU. He's still mouthing off, and I just banned him eventually.
Oh, this is funny. Pindar1 just said, cocksuckers, I'll call John Ashcroft on you all.
Oh, I got Pindar's phone number. Let me give out Pindar's phone number. This is Pindar's real phone number. Everybody get your pens out. I'm going to give out Pindar's real, new, unlisted phone number in a moment, because if he wants a new, unlisted phone number, it's going to cost him $70. And I know because I've done this before with the phone company.
How did you get his new unlisted phone number?
Somebody tricked me into calling him.
Oh, okay.
Somebody was trying to trick me into calling him, and I recognized his voice on the answering machine, so I just hung right up. But, Pindar is this angry, evil, awful, nasty man who's on his deathbed, and he hangs out in Yahoo chats under the Beyond Planet Earth rooms. And all he does is attack and berate and insult people and belittle them and make them feel bad about themselves. He's an evil, awful, filthy, nasty person. So that's why you need to call him and tell him what you think of him at 530-235. And I feel no guilt or remorse for giving out that number after all the times he's given out my phone number and address and name over the air. So 530-235. Call and leave him a nice message and tell him how much you wish he would choke on his own colostomy bag fillings.
Oh my god, I just did a search on Muon Generator on Google.
Yeah.
And I got a removed thread from a bulletin board. It was posted by Mark Schumann.
Mark Schumann, okay.
It says, challenge to Carl Willis and Richard Hull about the Muon Generator. The self-proclaimed inventor of the Muon Generator, Glenn Barnsworth, who has posted in here on his claims of inventing such a device, has openly made a challenge to a couple of people in this forum who have disagreed with his claims. Oh my god, this is like long as hell.
Venison is saying that this sounds familiar. Maybe he's run into Zolar in the past, or Pindar in the past. It's 530-235. Make sure you block your number before you call. And leave him a nice message and tell him that Katie K told you to call.
Listen to this shit.
What?
He is a pretty old man in his 70s, and he says that he was
pretty. He's pretty when he dresses himself in lilacs and boas and stuff.
And he says that he was a master electrician for 28 years, which according to him, now listen to this, master electrician for 28 years is the same as a nuclear engineer without a portfolio.
Oh, I'm glad he's on our side and not on the terrorist side.
Yeah, right? He'd be firing muons at our troops.
My brother-in-law is not, he's not actually an electrician, he's a nuclear physicist.
Yeah, he's just a master
scientist.
Electricist.
Oh, man. This guy is so deluded and He's so amusing, though.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Could someone please come meet Pindar on his challenge and try to give us a real and scientific picture on how muon catalyzed fusion works? Wow, this is crazy.
He tried to explain it to me once, and he's trying to send me to websites where they explain muon catalyzed fusion, and every website he's sending me to is like GeoCities, Angelfire, and I was like, Pindar, send me to a real site, not something made by like one of your idiots. And he couldn't do it. It's all Angelfire and GeoCities and all these free hosted sites made by somebody who just copy and pasted the same shit over to like another free server.
You know like the Google context sensitive ads? Mm-hmm. There's actually an underlying ad that says muon generator and it links to the Home Depot.
You can buy a muon generator at Home Depot?
Yeah, they're so common, right?
There you go, Pindar. Go buy yourself a muon generator and irradiate yourself again. See, he claims that he's dying from radiation poisoning because he fucked up his muon generator and created an out-of-control muon-catalyzed fusion reactor that irradiated him and is killing him through radiation poisoning. But really, he's just an alcoholic and his liver is failing.
Oh my God, I think I just found a graph of muon catalyzed fusion, whatever the fuck it is, but it's from some place in Japan.
The muon catalyzed fusion reactor. The MCFR. The MCFR. There you go. MCFR prank calls right here with it. Muon catalyzed fusion reactor prank calls. That'll be the name of our next CD. Muon catalyzed fusion reactor, and a big picture of the machine on the cover.
Sweet.
There's a little old man who's like got a colostomy bag.
And he's turning the crank on it.
Yeah, he's turning the crank on it. He's glowing.
Perfect. If someone like draw like a muon generator or something and have like a little conveyor belt coming out of it.
Yeah.
And an old man cranking it with little muons coming out.
Yeah, like little
boxes with muons stamped on.
Yeah, like with like little cute little eyes and like legs and feet, like Pokemon.
It's like Pokemon. Like Pokemon.
Pokemon. we need to copyright that and sell like Pokemon dolls. That's what Pindar does.
Oh my God, there's another one here. It says, I talked to Mr. Farnsworth today and informed him about your interest in meeting him and watching him build the device. And he said that he would be more than happy to arrange a meeting with you.
Uh-huh.
Also, one stipulation he mentioned is that he will only put this device together. He will not buy the necessary parts and materials. However, he is very anxious to build the muon generator for anyone who is perhaps skeptical or just curious, and said that if you email him, he will arrange a time and day that he also is going to build it in 24 hours.
It was funny that the last time I was in there, I said flat out to Pindar, I said, you know, I'm the type of person that can really help you get the word out about your muon generator. If you're really serious about this and you're really honest that you really did invent this and you want to receive credit for it, I'm the type of person that has the reach to be able to go out there and actually get you this kind of credit and renown that you're looking for. And he was nice to me for like about a minute until Hellbringer got to him and started getting him to give out my address and pictures of my neighbor's address and my phone number and shit again.
You know, honestly, if someone really was able to figure out how to create a muon generator, do you think that they would keep it to themselves and only tell people on a Yahoo chat channel about it?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he could be like, accepting a Nobel Prize or...
property. It's government property, so he can go to jail for just talking about it if it were true. Like you work for Disney, if you create Mickey Mouse and you're working for Walt Disney, it's not your property. You can't go out and make Mickey Mouse cartoons on your own after you leave Walt Disney. Like you, if you made some kind of software, it's IBM property. You can't go out there and sell it under your own software company.
So.
Let me crack my last beer of the night.
We bought some frou-frou drinks.
Some frou-frou drink?
Well, one frou-frou drink. I'm actually excited to try it, but you have to chill it. It's like some kind of raspberry wine or something.
We sell this stuff in the restaurant. I can't remember what it's called, but it's supposed to be made from like 100% fruit juice. And it comes in like these bottles where if you look at the bottom, you can see like a half an inch of sediments and stuff from like the pulp and shit from like the bananas and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. What the hell is it called?
Does it have alcohol in it?
No. It's just like, it's just 100% real fruit juice. So they have like kiwi with like, you can see like kiwi seeds literally inside it and shit. It really is. It really is like made from like people putting fruits in a blender.
Trained.
I can't remember what the fuck it's called now. Shit's expensive though. It's like $3 for like a bottle of like banana juice.
Yeah, I got.
Or like real carrot juice. You know, like a real carrot juice that looks fake. Cause
it's not Odwalla, is it? Is it Odwalla?
Yeah, Odwalla, that's it.
Yeah, that stuff is really good.
Really expensive too around here.
Yeah,
like a little 16-ounce bottle is like $3.99.
Yeah, that's what it's like over here too. It's yeah, the guys who used to make it, well, I mean they still make it, but they used to not pasteurize the juice. And I guess somebody got like really sick once, but it's just that like the juice is so like fresh and it expires really quickly.
Yeah, it does. That's why it's so expensive.
But now I guess the compromise was that they flash pasteurize it, which is just like, you know, just a little bit to make sure that it's like, you know, there are no bacteria in the vegetables or whatever.
Right. Which is safer anyway. I would want it that way anyway.
Yeah, I think it's the company is in these parts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they grow all the fruits and vegetables and organic or whatever. I don't know if they grow everything though here, because I don't know if California is a great place to grow pineapples.
Zolar saying to me, so this guy thinks my show sucked. He'd rather go get some trim. I don't get it.
What is he
Zolar, don't worry about what people who are listening say about your show. They don't.
No, he was talking. I think he was talking about what I said earlier that I went to go to the hardware store to put trim around the air conditioner.
No, not that kind of trim, Zolar. He's actually doing housework. His wife is cracking the whip and putting the apron on.
No, Zolar thought I wasn't listening because I didn't like his show, but that was not it at all.
Zolar did a great job last night. He had a little problem with the audio, but I called him as soon as I could to help him work it out, and after that...
Actually, Karen said she'd heard of him.
What?
Karen said she'd heard of him, the guy who calls into... the guy who calls into the Howard Stern show to prank him or whatever.
Sure, anybody who's been on Howard Stern as many times as Zolar has is world famous. He's been on Howard Stern over 200 times.
Yeah, she said she has a big recollection of this guy, so...
Well, if you go to Google and you type in Zolar, the first match that you find for an image is a picture of Zolar with Howard. He's a famous. He's called into Howard Stern 200 times. He's been in the studio 5 times. There's a lot of people around the Stern show that don't like him because they're jealous that they can't get on the show, and he's been on so many times. But he does great voices. That's how he got on Howard Stern so many times and tricked him into, you know, that's what Zolar did. He basically pranked Howard Stern because he calls up and does voices, and he gets on the air and accuses whoever the guest is of doing, like, bizarre things.
Yeah.
Like, he accused Norm Macdonald of getting him pregnant and stuff. In a female voice.
So did you guys record his calls last night?
Zolar says to tell you the wind from your nose is so loud, it's hard to pay attention to what you're saying. Oh, man. I think he's implying that you're a Jew, but he's totally not. He's Italian.
I didn't even know. I thought I was breathing into my microphone. That's what I thought he was saying.
I think it was a Jew comment.
He was so not a Jew, though.
Yeah, you're the opposite of a Jew. You're a Jew hater.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with hating Jews?
No, with being a Jew.
Yeah, I know.
You guys are trying to... I'm sitting here watching Loopy Bumbleflapper being excited about having killed a cog.
In the chat
room? Now you're supposed to ask me what that means.
In the chat room?
No, Karen is playing Toontown Online.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So her character's name is Loopy Bumbleflapper.
Oh, you told me that the other day. I don't know how I forgot that.
So what's really funny about this game is like all the tunes fight against corporate robots in suits, and like they attack you with like there's like the boss bot, and they attack you with like write-offs and paper shredders and red tape or whatever. And if you lose against them, like they make you sad if they hit you. So it's really funny. They're teaching kids to hate corporate America.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing. Because the who you find most often are called cogs.
Yeah.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah.
So.
And if you lose, you get downsized.
Yeah. Well, and you attack them with like squirt guns and squirt roses and things like that.
You get shipped off.
Or you throw pie in their face, stuff like that.
Yeah, you get shipped off to Bangalore.
You get shipped to Bangalore. Yeah, maybe that'll be the part 2 of this game. Is you got to go to Bangalore and kill all the Indian cogs.
It sounds like a sim game. It sounds like something Keith would really be into.
It's just like one of these online games where other people are on. Yeah. Massive multiplayer online game, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Does it have a monthly fee?
Yeah, but she gets addicted, so what she does is she'll, like, every once in a while do the free trial for 4 days and then go cold turkey again.
Oh, okay.
So she'll play, like, non-stop for, like, 4 days.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I'll turn Keith onto it if it's a free thing.
What is he called? One of the guys is called a bottom feeder lawbot.
Bottom feeder lawbot?
Lawbot. I guess they're making fun of lawyers.
The bottom feeder lawbot.
Feeder lawbot.
Oh.
Perfect.
Keith has a cousin who's a lawyer who actually, she's an environmental lawyer.
Oh, wow. So
she's a
goes after...
She represents people suing companies for polluting the environment. So,
awesome.
So not all lawyers are bad. Oh,
yeah.
No, Keith is correcting me that that's her husband that does that. So what does your cousin do?
She actually defends Walmart.
Oh, really? Your cousin works for Walmart?
Yeah. Well, again,
talk about bad karma canceling out good karma.
I know, really. Ted says talk about bad karma canceling out good karma. Like her husband works to like help the environment. And she works to further the evilest corporation in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
As an employee is suing them.
Yeah.
He's the one who defends them.
Right. Whenever employees try to sue Walmart for wrongful dismissal or something, then she's the one who helps the company.
So what if the guy was like suing Walmart for trashing the environment?
I don't know. I guess they could be on opposite sides in that case.
Conflict of interest.
You're right. But at least she doesn't, like, she's not one of those lawyers that, like, sues people for downloading music and shit like that.
Yeah.
She's not one of those, call me and I'll sue your employer because you got burned at work or something.
I was hurt at work today.
Yeah. You tripped on the crack, we'll give you $1 million. Just call us up.
Because when he yelled at me, I went down the stairs and my shoes came off.
Right.
And I was very hurt about that.
There's some cool people in Keith's family. He's got her husband who's an environmental lawyer, and he's got his cousin who works for the Truth Campaign. You know, the anti-cigarette Truth Campaign.
Mm-hmm.
He used to work for and design the ad campaigns for the Truth anti-smoking ads.
Wow.
Yeah, he worked on the commercials. You know the commercial where they go around with like a super soaker filled with bleach, and they ask people to drink it because cigarette companies add bleach to the cigarettes because it makes it taste better.
Really?
That was one of his ideas.
So he's got a lot of good karma on his family.
Yeah, he does. I'd like to get him on the air. You want to talk to your cousin Rich and try to get him to come on and talk with me about what he's up to. And we can help promote his CDs and shit. Seriously, because we're in a position where, like, we get a lot of people who go to the site and shit. We can really help sell his shit. It's a great thing to really be in a position where we're, like, popular and a lot of people go to the site and we can actually help other people that I believe in, you know? It's a good feeling. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Other famous people know who he is.
Your cousin is famous for just the underground zine work that he's done.
Actually, he got a big write-up by Ian McKay from Fugazi. All happy and like amazed. He like, you know, it's in one of his books.
Of course, nobody who's ever listening probably has ever heard of Fugazi, but they're a great hardcore punk band.
Fugazi?
No, is that how they pronounce it? You've heard of them before?
No, it's something that Italians use to describe something that's fake.
Oh, really? Ted says that Fugazi. Is that how you pronounce it?
It's just a joke. It's not.
The band is pronounced Fugazi, but Ted says that Fugazi is the word that you use to describe something that's fake.
Like if someone gives you a fake ring or something.
It's like a Fugazi ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, Freddie went Wawa.
That was so gay. Freddie wants Wawa.
Wawa. He drinks from the faucet. It's hilarious.
Do you buy bottled water for your cat?
No, he drinks from the faucet. If I pour water in his bowl, doesn't matter if it's, falls from heaven. He never drinks out of his bowl.
Well, at least you're not as bad as us, because we actually buy bottled water for the cats. And they love it, though. As soon as we put fresh water in the bowl, the cats are there drinking it as though it's food.
There's nothing wrong with being nice to your animals.
If I try to pour myself a glass of spring water and put it on the desk, like this happened one night, I poured myself a glass of spring water because whenever I go to bed, I always like to keep something to drink near the bed in case I wake up and I'm thirsty during the night. Right? So I had a glass of, spring water, and we literally could not keep the cats away from the glass. They were taking turns fighting over drinking out of my cup. Yeah, until the cat got his head stuck in there because the water level was down so low the cat got his head stuck in the glass. So
it's pretty funny.
If I go to bed with a glass of water, I have to put a CD on top of it so the cats can't get their face in there.
That's funny. Freddie will do that, and you'll see his little head smash, his ear smashed against his head.
Yeah, they love the bottled spring water.
Yeah, what's interesting is maybe I don't know, but Freddie used to always drink out of our glasses, but now he's been drinking out of the sink, which is weird because out of our glasses is always filtered water.
Oh yeah.
So maybe the water here is good, good enough that he likes it.
Well, yeah.
But I read that San Jose is on the list. I think it's number 2 on the list of the top 10 cleanest cities. So
maybe the cats got the memo that our water is nothing but chunky turd water.
Chunky turd water.
they know they got to drink the bottled water if they don't want to end up throwing up. Like I did.
Yeah. Man, that's scary shit.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm afraid to drink our water. Oh, I don't want to think about it.
Well, one time I went into the ocean when they had the flags up for pollution, which usually means there's a lot of human waste in the water.
Yeah. There's a lot of floaters.
Yeah. And so somebody didn't flush, basically. Right? It's like swimming in the toilet.
Yeah.
But anyways, I went in, got my whole body wet, went under the water, was diving into waves and stuff. And then I came home, and the next day I woke up half dead. I had both of my ears, my nose, it was the scariest freaking thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand, man. It's how can... Why don't we draw those pipes out a little further so, it's not where we're swimming?
Awesome.
Awesome?
Zolar is saying that he was on the E! Channel show 5 times, and And Ben sent out with the Lesbo sisters. He met Kid Rock on the show.
Kid Rock?
Yeah, Kid Rock is awesome.
Oh.
I used to use Kid Rock as my theme song. You know that song, Cocky?
Uh-huh.
Because every time people used to complain that I brag about myself too much, I used to play that song Cocky, because what does he say in the song? It ain't cocky, motherfucker, if you back it up. Right?
I don't think I've heard you play that song.
Oh, I used to play it all the time.
Is that back on Alterna Crap?
No, not back that far. I played it at least 5 or 6 times on the air. I consider it like my theme song, because anytime people like try to claim that I'm not the real deal, or I don't live up to the hype that I try to project to myself, that's what I play. It ain't cocky, motherfucker, if you back it up. Because I say I got the biggest balls in prank calls because there ain't no other prank caller out there, except for people who are trying to follow my footsteps, that are doing...
That's right, motherfucker.
Yeah, there's nobody else out there doing live prank calls on the air and allowing people to hear prank calls live that may not turn out so funny. You know, everybody can record 20 fucking calls and only let you hear the 2 that are funny, but I'm the only one out there that'll let you hear everything that I do, whether it's funny or not, because I got balls like that.
Yeah. You're cool like that.
Yeah.
It is true. That's what most people appreciate about your show and the prank shows, is that like people are actually doing it. You know,
right.
Not pre-recorded or anything.
A lot of times, even if the prank is funny, just the excitement of the fact that you did it is it's just there's some sort of excitement about it, just to know that somebody is like dialing a number that somebody just gave them and trying to make something funny out of it. Just the spontaneity of it is just compelling to people.
You ever like you're watching TV and a movie you own comes on, like on DVD or whatever, and you end up watching it?
Keith always does that, and I hate it. Every time he does it, I'm like, we have this uncensored on DVD. Why are you watching this?
I don't know what it is, though, but it's somehow, even like, you end up putting up with commercials and stuff. It's somehow more exciting. It's better if it's, for some reason, like, you don't just, like, shut off the television and then pop in the DVD. No, instead you watch it on TV.
No, I do.
No, but see, I do what Keith does.
Do you? Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like, a movie I have on DVD, and then we'll sit there and watch it with the commercials and everything.
Right, and censored and everything.
Why? Someone explain to me why we do that.
I don't know why. Because I'm the opposite. If seeing something on TV gets me in the mood to watch the movie, I'll turn it off on TV and put the DVD in so I can watch it uncensored and like pause and fast forward and shit.
I don't know. Maybe it's the spontaneity.
It's the fact that it's on TV that makes you feel that it's more important or something. You know? Like Jurassic Park. You see Jurassic Park on NBC, it's a bigger deal than if you just pop
because it's like happening. It's like happening live or something.
Right.
You know, kind of. It's almost like the whole prank call thing, right? Where you don't tune into PCU probably all day long, you know, but maybe it's exciting to tune into the show. I mean, you hear the prank calls on the radio station, but it's somehow better to hear them happening.
Right. I run into that a lot with the replay because a lot of times people didn't even hear the show that happens on Saturday, but they don't want to listen on Thursday because it's not live. Even though they haven't heard it before, they have no idea what's going to happen. Even if they're a celebrity guest and shit, they don't want to listen because it's not live.
It's interesting.
I don't get it. It's pretty strange to me.
You know, it's the same thing in like in the business world. Like if you can give a live demo of something instead of giving someone like a presentation or something. Like,
well, then you have the wow factor where everybody in the crowd is like all impressed and they don't have time to like hide their impressiveness, if that's a proper word.
So like for some reason, like it's a bigger deal if you're doing something like live instead of
Well, if you're doing it in real time, then you're proving that, you know...
that it works.
Exactly. You're proving that it's not an edited video or doctored video in any way. You know, you're doing it live. You're proving that it does exactly what you're saying it's supposed to do.
That didn't work too well for Bill Gates.
You remember that time where he tried to address that press conference with a plug and play?
Yeah, that's the best.
And he tried to plug something in and it fucking crashed. What was that, with Windows 98 or something? No, that was
95.
That was, was it 95? That far back?
I think it was. Oh, I don't remember. You're right. Maybe it was 98.
95 didn't have plug and play yet. I think it might have been XP.
No, I think it was 98. You're right, because I think 98 was the. I think 98 had the USB.
Yeah. He was trying to do the demo where he's proving you just plug something in, it'll recognize what it is, and look for the drivers for it online automatically. And he plugs it in, and it crashes. And all Gates could say is, well, this is why it's not on the market yet. Which is pretty much the perfect answer, because what can you say in a moment like that, you know? This is why we're not selling it to you yet, because we haven't perfected it yet.
They still haven't perfected it.
What?
Well, they still haven't perfected it.
Right. Yeah, in the back of his mind, that's what he's thinking. These motherfuckers, they were supposed to have this done 6 months ago.
You know somebody got canned.
Oh, most definitely. Probably entire teams of people got canned over that one, making Bill Gates look like an ass in front of live TV all over the world.
So, I guess you're already into psychobabble here.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm having fun tonight. I don't care. I'm just here to have fun. I don't care if I do pranks or if I talk, and it appears that nobody... You remember the old days where people used to get pissy when I used to go like a half hour without making prank calls? Now they don't so much care anymore, because now they're listening because they like me and the people surrounding the show. They like me and they like you. They like hearing from us. It's not all about the pranks anymore, which is good.
Yeah, it's good for people to like you for more than one talent you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole prank monkey prank thing.
You want to make a prank?
Sure. Who you got?
I'm gonna call up Long Dong. Somebody send me the number for Long Dong. Long Dong. I want to call up Long Dong in San Jose, California. Somebody send me that number. Because he's gonna think he got off. He's gonna think he got off on a Saturday night because we never called this late. He's gonna think I'm not gonna call this tonight.
Hello.
We don't want him to be disappointed.
Hello.
A lot of times it seems like he waits up first because he's always awake when we call.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he has trouble sleeping at night.
That's
maybe
common
he's got
for old people.
Maybe he's got a checkered past and he stays up all night regretting it.
He's haunted by the memories of his evil deeds from the Korean War or something.
You never know. You never know.
Somebody send me Long's number. Well, you probably have Long's number, don't you?
Yeah, I could look it up real fast.
Yeah, private message me Long. We'll give him a call. He's always good for a laugh. Even though he's always on the phone for like 30 seconds or less, he's still fun for a laugh.
It's never... The longest call was 1 minute, right?
No, I got that one call that's like 3.5 minutes where I was challenging him to a game of chess in the park. As far as I know, that's the longest call ever done to Long Dong. It's like 3.5 minutes. You remember that one?
Yeah.
He thought I was trying to borrow money from him, and he kept saying, "Where am I going to get money from now?" You're calling me at 1 in the morning. Where am I going to get money now? How I help you now?
All right, hold on a second.
I can't believe he didn't just hang up on me when he thought I was looking to borrow money from him. What the fuck was that?
What?
What the fuck was that you singing over there?
I told you, hold on. I had to go get something.
But you're singing and shit.
Is all not allowed to sing?
We're just laughing at you while you sing, because you're so happy to call Long Dong. Sing the Long Dong song.
Hello. He always answers like sort of. I expect the way he says hello now. It's like hello.
He's very short and abrupt. He's like hello.
Almost, but sometimes he sounds a little bit like Master Shredder.
Yeah, he always does. Yeah.
Hello.
Somebody ought to take samples of his voice and do a good dance remix.
I was telling Karen about like the creepy Michael Jackson. Yes. Yeah.
Yo, that thing still creeps me out.
I know, it creeps me out whenever I hear it. It's like, yes.
I made it part of the intro just because I could never let him live that down.
Okay, you want me to PM you his number?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could just go ahead and do that from now on, that would be great. Alright, I'll send it to you.
Zolar is asking how does he get a copy of his show. Zolar, I can send that to you tomorrow. After work. I'll be home after 9 o'clock at night, so I can send it to you tomorrow night. I would send it now, but I'm kind of sort of busy right now.
I got shit to do.
Well.
Oh, there's a new Long Duong.
Oh, really?
On Lucretia Avenue. Long X Duong.
On Lucretia?
Lucretia Avenue.
It sounds like it sounds like destiny for us to call him. A name like Lucretia.
Is this Lucretia? This be Willie.
Were you listening earlier when I tried to call that prostitute?
No.
I was looking at my paper and I saw how some prostitute got arrested because she was having sex with this one guy and this homeless guy in an abandoned building in Danbury, like near where I live.
Uh-huh.
So I looked up her number and I got her. I looked up her name and I got her number, and she didn't answer. And I so wanted to ask her if she's still doing that hoeing because she really is.
Yeah, she's still doing that hoeing. I just have so much like love for the way that Lucius calls up these people in the middle of the night, be like, yo, let me ask you something. What you want to know? Is your wife still a hoe? It's perfect timing. Everything, getting people when they're like all groggy and shit.
Yeah, I know. Monkey Phone Matt is trying to talk to me now. You know, the Monkey Phone kids are dead to me at this point. I hate the Monkey Phone kids.
You're dead to me.
I hate they're dead to me. I hate them all. I hate the Monkey Phone kids. Everybody hack the Monkey Phone kids. Destroy
what are they doing now?
Destroy their internet. No, it's not all of them. It's just fucking Drew. I hate Drew. I wish ass cancer upon Drew.
Ass cancer.
Yeah. Everybody pray for Drew to get ass cancer. Oh. Let me look for your PM. Okay, I got your PM. Let me dial. I'll be right back.
All right.
I don't know if that one's in there.
Hello, you're not available now. Change the phone number after the beep.
How do you like the smell? Is it good? Jack the Ripper.
Shit. I was trying to get into his answer machine again. Because if you remember, last time I called Long Dong, I was able to get into his machine and change his outgoing message. And the following day, Glowworm tried to call him, and it was still my outgoing message was still on there.
Yeah.
So damn it, he's not picking up, and I can't get through to hack his answer machine. So he changed his PIN number.
Do you know where on the Michael Jackson soundboard the creepy yes is?
I could send it to you. You want it?
I can't quite say.
I don't know if it's part of a soundboard, but I could send it to you. Here, let me see.
Yeah, I thought it was on the soundboard. That really creepy yes.
I didn't use it on the soundboard. I'm going to send it.
Oh, you have it somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you. It's not from a soundboard. There you go. I sent it to you. You got it already.
What's wrong with sharing your bed?
That was fast. Yes. I heard it. Madhouse Radio says, hey, let me know if you get a chance for me to call and plug my web page. That's Carlito. Carlito, do me a favor and send me your web page again, because I'm not going to remember that page. And I want to be able to help promote Carlito's show that's going to be starting next Thursday right here on PCU Prank Call Underground Internet Radio, the best goddamn internet radio station on the planet.
Kids for sex.
What? What are you playing?
Karen just said that's so wrong.
You're cracking
Buffalo's of kids.
This is what I did. I just went.
Buffalo's of kids for sex.
That's so evil. Well, let me send you the other clips I have here. I'm going to send you the others. But the one where he's talking about not having plastic surgery. That's another good one.
Cookies, handcuffs.
How does that man still have a career? What kind of an idiot is still buying his CDs?
You'd be amazed how often I hear that.
Dave was just saying, how does that man still have a career? And I put that clip, you'd be amazed how often I hear that.
You're kidding me. That's what everybody's thinking, really.
It was due to feces thrown all over the walls.
What? I don't understand. Why would they get these clips? He actually said these things, but in what context?
It was due to feces thrown all over the walls. I can't tell you how many times I've said that one.
Yeah, I say that every day.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've
said that. Good morning, honey. You're doing feces all over the wall.
Jesus Christ.
Creepy bastard.
Yeah. Nobody's ever going to make me believe that he's innocent. I'm sorry. I don't believe in innocent until proven guilty. I believe in guilty until proven less creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and play it. You got it.
I think I gotta go to that folder. What's the name of it? Michael 3 or there it is. The one with the 4 S's and yes.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
I know. I give any child nightmares.
This is so freaking creepy.
You'll have to use that in the Ring 3 just to creep kids out.
I'm telling you the honest truth. I don't do anything to my face. Honestly. Honestly.
Right. Yeah. Play the creepy yes. What does your wife think of the creepy yes?
She's like, that is very creepy in a non-creepy, groovy way.
I know. Not even in a funny way, just like in a disturbing, this guy needs to be locked up kind of way.
But everyone knows that he done this shit, it's just they couldn't prove it this time.
Well, they did prove it this time, but everybody is so hung up on the fact that the mom was a grifter and had tried to hose other celebrities in the past that they want to let it go. They don't want to accept, okay, maybe this time she really was right. Maybe she was trying to grift all the others, but this time she grifted a good one. Maybe she did offer up her kid to be molested by Michael on purpose for some money, but he still did it. Anyway, right. I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to wrap up the show.
Okay.
But it was great talking to you, Ted, as always. Ted, the owner and operator of PCU Prank Call Underground Radio.
Co-owner.
And when are you going to start your own show, Ted's Mystery Prank Theater? You only got like 3 days left. You got like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday left now at this point.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I'll let you go.
Think about it. Let me let you go.
Okay.
Okay, peace out, bro.
Good talking to you.
Same here.
Later.
Bye-bye. And everybody, that was Ted, the owner and operator of PCU Prank Call Underground Radio. Oops. Pardon me while I drop the phone on the floor here. Let me go hang it up in the cradle before we start hearing that beep beep sound in a couple minutes. thank you all for tuning in, despite all of our problems with the phones and shit. I promised before next week's show I'm going to get myself an extension cord, and I'm going to move the hardwired phone right here to my desk, so I don't have to worry about these goddamn cordless phones running out of batteries and shit like that anymore. And everything will run a hell of a lot more smoothly. Thank you all for listening. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the Sean Ward Peanut Punch radio show. Starts tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next Thursday, you'll be able to catch the premiere of Carlito's Madhouse at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, Friday, you'll be able to catch Zolar Vision at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you'll be able to watch the webcam and see what Zolar is up to. And Zolar promises that Miss Howard Stern is going to be in his studio and naked and flashing her boobies in the webcam. And I'm not going to take that because that's the end of the show. Also, I will, of course, be back next Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern... I'm so drunk I can't even say... Next Saturday night... I will, of course, be back next Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on PCU Prank Call Underground Radio. Until then, thank you all for listening. Never forget that I love you all. And stay beautiful.
We got to close it out. That's it for tonight. Be back again tomorrow night. Right out in bushy tail, 'cause I can tell you tomorrow, baby.
I move your picture.
I move your picture.
From my wall.
From my wall.
From my wall. And I replace them.
Both large and small.
And I replace them. Both large and small.
Both large and small.
And each new day.
Each new day. Each and every one.
Find me so blue.
So find me so blue. So blue.
Nothing takes the place of you.
Just remember, nothing takes the place of nothing can ever take the
I
place of you,
read
baby.
your letters.
I read your letters. Each and every one.
One by one.
One by one. By one.
And I still love you.
And I still love you, baby. Baby, I still love you.
When it's all said and done.
When it's all said and done, I still be loving you.
Oh, my darling.
Oh, my darling. Thank God.
I'm so blue.
I'm so blue. Because nothing. Because nothing.
Because nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
nothing. They feel as quiet as lose your vagina.
I write this letter.
I write this letter.
It's raining.
It's raining.
On my window pane.
As the moving finger writes, what they'll send until tomorrow. He's not even listening to the lyrics anymore. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you too. As each teardrop glistens on my letter.
Without you.
Hell's that one.
Nothing seems the same.
Without you, nothing's the same. Nothing's the same.
So I'll wait.
And I'll wait.
Until you're home.
Until you're home.
Again I love you.
Again. Like I said before, I love you.
But I'm all alone.
But I'm all alone. I'm all alone till I see you again tomorrow night, baby. Till tomorrow. Till tomorrow, I love you so much. I love you more.
I'm so blue.
Bye. I'm bluer. Goodbye.
Because nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, but
nothing.
But nothing. Takes the place.
Takes the place of you, baby. Thank you all for listening. I love y'all. Tune in again next week.